Me too. Jump on my Kakara. I'm going to sing you the song of my.
You're cutting out. Whatever you're.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Never mind.
I'm getting like, yeah, I'm getting
It's like every other word.
I'm tired of fighting this fucking.
Did you get a new mic or what?
No, ever since.
Oh,
It's a Discord update.
Yeah, there was, and then it updated, and since then I've been like the.
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like a half a word every other word.
Let me go to another channel. Mic test sounds like.
Well, see, that does that. I'll keep playing Helldivers.
That's lame.
You're not playing with ponies now.
So, I have something I want to talk about.
Oh.
And Metro, I don't know, this doesn't really apply to Metro, but Metro can chime in. Because where Metro lives, we don't have that problem, right? But I don't know if y'all have seen all the states that are arguing that illegal immigrants should be allowed to vote and are currently fighting the governors that are saying no, they can't vote.
Oh, I've been seeing people arguing that the Second Amendment applies to illegal immigrants a lot recently, but I didn't realize they were arguing. Do these people not understand the delineation between citizen and non-citizen? Like,
no, they
Yes,
just want to
they
win.
say that they shoot for it.
these people have no fucking brain cells. Not the politicians. They absolutely know what they're doing, but the fucking useful idiots going along with them.
Well, that's what surprises me. Like, I think the last one that I saw was Alabama. And Alabama is saying, okay, yeah, no, if you're not a citizen, you're not allowed to vote, right? And now the Department of Justice is going, nope, they should be allowed to vote. We're going to sue you.
What?
Huh?
Like, what argument could you make for that?
Well, because they live here. They're already here. Therefore, they should be allowed to vote.
So by that logic, a Russian soldier in Ukraine should have the same right to vote in Ukrainian elections as an actual Ukrainian.
I mean, by that logic, yes.
They're fucking autistic.
And it's happening everywhere. Like, not just there, everywhere. I've seen multiple states that have been doing, trying to make it public. Oh, we're going to start removing people that shouldn't be allowed to vote. And there's all this pushback. And funnily enough, it's not coming from the right side of the aisle. I wonder why.
Because conservatives like to maintain the same fucking culture of the nation state that they preside in, including the rule of law.
Well, that's just it, is that, look, and I've already said this. In fact, a lot of people have said this, that the people that, hate Trump are going to hate Trump regardless of anything that happens, regardless of any news that comes out, regardless of anything that the Democrats do in general that might be considered anti-American or illegal or whatever. These people don't care, right? They just know that they hate Trump. And those are the types of people that will sit there and call you all sorts of names and this, that, and the other. Oh, you're a MAGA cultist and this, that. While at the same time simultaneously ignoring the fact that there's all this other shit coming out from their own side. But all it boils down to is Orange Man bad, right?
Yeah, like Varmagate. Like, we have evidence that the leadership who instituted certain rules that cost us our economy, cost many people their lives, their sanity, that all of that was bullshit to the point where the person who instituted those rules was having fucking gay sex orgies.
Yeah, you notice how that was only, reported on for, a week. And then everybody was like, all right, yeah, we're gonna ignore the gay sex tape that was in in the Capitol.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what just happened in New York.
There was another one?
Mug Club Undercover, Steven Crowder's group, caught a dude in the whole, James O'Keefe in a wig situation thing. where he basically was trying to brag to a woman, yeah, I instituted an authoritarian lockdown on people, and meanwhile I and my wife were going out to like gay sex parties.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, did you not see that?
no, but that doesn't surprise me in
Yeah.
the slightest. I mean, even who was it? Gretchen Whitmer was like, "Oh yeah, everybody's locked down, but I get to do whatever I want," type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, and it's really funny when he's like talking to her, like trying to hype him up, and then the moment he gets confronted about it, he's like, "Well, I didn't actually mean that. You know, it's not." And then you can just see in the video like his face go, just oh fuck, when they pull out the dossier.
well,
I'm gonna stop talking right now because I've been talking too much.
no, that's fine. I'm just saying that there's, and it's only going to get worse until this election actually happens, right? Where there are, as of right now, it's just a team sport. You know what I mean? It's, I want my side to win, and I don't want your side to win. That's all people give a shit about at this point. And you know, it's sad. And I say this shit about people that support Trump all the time. It's like, you should be able to support Trump, or you can support Trump, but you're still able to criticize the dumb shit that he says, right? Which I was even doing that during the debate. I was like, shouldn't have said that. That was dumb. You shouldn't have said that. Same thing with Kamala. Nope, that was a lie. You know, and at this point, I don't even, and a lot of people say this, where they're like, I don't think this is about Democrat versus Republican anymore. This is, you know, big government versus everybody else.
Yep.
I don't think that's strictly speaking true.
How do you figure?
I think it's on one side it's a cult of personality for Trump.
Yeah.
On the other side, that's big daddy government and tell us what to think and how to think. And in the middle, there are just people yearning for normalcy, yearning for the tedium of discussing policies and not about, I don't know, about how non-citizens can vote in an election, not just in a local election, but in a national election, or how men can get pregnant, and that's completely valid. And if you disagree with it, you are a fascist.
Yeah, but
But I am the pastor.
what you just said, like, people that are in the middle that are wanting normalcy, people like me, lean towards Trump. Does that mean we're part of the cult of personality, as, you know, the
No,
opposition would
no.
say?
No, because you still have the ability to criticize Trump when he fucks up. When you'd be, if you are somebody that goes just like the Democrats go, that no matter who vote blue, just like no matter who vote red, that's the cult of personality. That's the Laura Loomers. That's the Milo
God.
Yiannopoulos. That's the... And I think in this regard, the grifter is completely justified. These people are effectively grifting off a base to build themselves up. Without conviction and without direction. Just pushing for one thing no matter what happens. Because they are in a headspace where everything is either a conspiracy to defraud them and their chosen candidate, or something to justify everything they do.
I mean, the same could be said from the people that are on the Democrat side doing that, with the Krasensteins,
Precisely,
with the
precisely.
fucking Henry,
Precisely.
the Sissons.
It's both ways.
Precisely. That's the same. That's the two sides of the very same coin.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
What I
it's
think
not.
is interesting. Oh, sorry.
No problem. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna interject. What I think is sort of interesting about the whole idea of the cult of personality surrounding Trump is that, like, part of it is like we know how his presidency would look theoretically because we've had it before, and like it's kind of interesting that some people ascribe to him an amount of right-leaningness that he does not have. Like that, in my experience, he just doesn't give me the alt-right or far-right. He's very moderate. A lot of his stuff is a lot more moderate than we're sort of allowed to believe. But
He's
I think maybe part of that is because the center has become the right.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
he's not a right-wing personality. He was, as far as I'm aware, a registered Democrat for the majority of his life, and he's mostly, as far as I can see and as far as I can understand, an industrialist and a businessman. And yes, he made shitty deals and he made shitty investments like the casinos that went bankrupt. But he made a shitload of money and built a brand. And you can't be successful in a cutthroat business-oriented world that is North America and be a retarded, ideologically challenged individual.
Well, I agree, and that, you know, I see this more from the people that aren't big name, as we put it, grifters, right? Where they're coming out and going, yeah, I'm a Democrat, but I don't like the direction the Democrat Party is heading in. You see that a lot. You see it a lot coming from the right, too. Like, oh, well, I don't like Trump, therefore I'm no longer a Republican type shit, you know?
What's funny about that is in regards to the parties, they're basically the same thing. It's just the Republicans kind of lie about it. Ultimately, the parties are all just entrenched. They're entrenched aristocracy that don't want to give up their power. Otherwise,
that's all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Republican, Democrat, Libertarian. The moment you end up in not White House, the moment you end up in Congress, you are interchangeable from the guy that you're calling the devil.
Yeah, not only that, all those people that end up in Congress don't want to leave. Why would they? You know, they were talking about not that long ago about Pelosi being investigated for insider trading. You're going to have to do fucking all of them then. Because Republicans, Democrats, all them motherfuckers are making money hand over fist.
I mean, just think about the junior senator, senator or congresswoman from New York, who was a broke bartender.
Yeah, AOC. Yeah, how the fuck did she get to like $20 million on a salary of like 150? Yeah, I've seen that.
I think Nancy Pelosi passed her the notebook about how to do investments.
Yep. And you know,
or she just sucking some mean cock like Alyssa Mercante.
No, what it is she's giving gifts to think a certain way. That's what it is. Like, how the fuck did she get Met Gala tickets on her salary, for instance?
Oh, that was a gift.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not unusual to hand out stuff like that to people. Not at all unusual.
Politicians in general.
I mean, listen, just think back about the Met Gala or something like that. Was it AOC or somebody else that was there in a Vera Wang or I don't know what designer clothes?
AOC.
That AOC with the Eat the Rich.
Yep.
Yeah, it was AOC.
Lasted on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and bitch, you are the rich.
Yep.
You are the rich. You will be eaten.
I'm the rich because I'm the straight white male. I'm the evil person, not her. She's fighting for the oppressed by instituting policies that keep
I'm feeling very oppressed right now.
Well, it makes you wonder, like... She said I'm very oppressed right now. I think we all are. But it makes you wonder, though, if all these people are given their marching orders, right? Because look what just happened to Eric Adams. Eric Adams was one of the top people screaming about how, bring in the illegals, right? Bring in the illegal immigrants. We'll take them. We'll do this. We'll do that. And now that they're spending billions of dollars, and he was like, all right, I don't want them anymore, and starts criticizing the Democrat administration. Now, all of a sudden, he's, the bad guy.
Persona non grata.
Yep. And you see the same thing. Look what happened with, what? Somebody said something.
What were you saying? Gaunt was trying to say something.
I said, woohoo, Latin. That's all.
But Same thing with like Cori Bush. Cori Bush was starting to say some crazy shit, and look what happened. She got primaried. Same thing with what's his face? Bowman. He was starting to say some crazy shit. Boom, got primaried. The only reason like Rashida Tlaib hasn't had anything happen to her is because her constituents are representative of her.
Because her constituents are scary because they hang people from spikes.
I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying, like her.
Muslims.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna avoid any sort of Muslim criticism. I'm just gonna say when her entire constituency is Muslims, it's obvious that she's gonna win, right? No matter how hard they try and push her out.
Yeah, again, same reason that those Family Guy videos had to be banned, because people are scared of what they'll do.
Yeah, but now it's, and I hate saying this, now it's less Muslim Islamophobia, right? And more
Is it a phobia when it is grounded in reality?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's not even that it's like specific. Okay, it's not all Muslims. It's specifically a 10% are willing to execute violence. It's not all of them, but it's the violent 10%. And when you live in a world of explosives and machine guns, 10% is a very lethal percentage.
Right, but that's taking a backseat to quote-unquote Zionism.
You are very generous to a religion that is stuck in the 13th to 14th century.
No, I'm going off like the statistics of. Granted, this is self-identified statistics, but if I remember right, I think.
Yes, self-identified. So
probably higher, but I'm using the peer-reviewed study so that they can't attack me for misinformation.
Sure, they can.
They'll try to, but I can go. This is your fucking source saying it.
Yeah, anything I disagree with is
misinformation. Not an inconvenience.
Listen, if you want to cite a source the Quran, source Muhammad, and source all the imams that say that yes, they have to follow those rules set by camel herder pedophile from the Middle East.
Don't forget slave trader.
Oh yes, that too. And then you can't discount anything and anyone, because I mean, look at the Jews. Look at what Israel has to deal with. Little old ladies going up, and then when you turn your back, brandishing a knife and start to knife you. How the fuck do you live with that? Not really.
Well, I find it interesting that the fact that I would have to say that everything that those countries represent, the Muslim countries, Iran, Lebanon, Palestine. It's funny how all those countries have all of a sudden become the focus of people on the far left, right? Like, and not even just people on the far left, people on the far right too, like fucking Jackson Hinkle and Fuentes and all these people that are rooting for Iran. It's like,
because that's where the money is coming from. That's where the money is coming from.
Yep. But what's really funny to me is like most of those fucking countries, like we thought we had made them like all about liberal democracies, like we had enforced authoritarian rule, and those authoritarians allegedly had shifted the local populations to being all for liberal democracy. So we allowed them to vote, and you know what they fucking vote in? Hezbollah, Hamas, the fucking Houthis, the current situation in Iran, like.
Yeah, but they're
wild. Now is part of
don't like, shadow.
Yeah.
Don't mix up Iran and the priests there with Gaza or Lebanon or the other countries. If you remember your studies, there was an uprising against the Shah in the 60s in Iran.
Yeah.
And since then, the priest and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, or whatever the fuck their name is, have the country.
Yep.
And if you remember the news for the last couple of years, what was it? Yes, they were they were raping and killing women and protesters because they were protesting against the headscarves.
Yeah.
So don't mix up Iran, where there is a palpable distrust and distaste for the theocratic government that they have with, for example, Gaza, where they voted in Hamas, and Hamas also went around and killed everybody that was from Fatah
Yeah, and that's
in
why
2006.
that's why I was going
So-
to couch my statement with, I mean, there's also an element of CIA issues there, because that's ultimately why Iran went with, fuck, what was his name? I'm blanking on his name. but, like, the
Khomeini.
chief
Khomeini.
Khomeini, yeah. That's why they went with Khomeini over staying with the Shah, because the CIA were fucking around too annoyingly. They decided might as well go with this guy instead of him.
But it would be
'Cause the Shah,
incredibly naive to think that places like Iran, like Palestine, like Lebanon, like Yemen, it would be naive to think that these countries aren't inherently theocratic. What, all of a
actually,
sudden
Iran wasn't real. I mean, the religious aspect was still a major thing going on, but Iran was actually relatively modernizing. It's just the guy in charge of doing that,
Well,
Reza Shah,
China-
was just such an incompetent leader. The secular people were like, okay, we'll give the fucking priests a shot because they make more sense than he does. And then they started killing everybody.
Yeah, but that's by the same token, you could say that China's modernizing or has been modernized. It's still a communist country.
Yeah, but it's not a theocracy.
I know, but same principle. I mean, that's all these people know.
It's not
Just
an
like in the
official
Middle East.
theocracy, anyway.
I mean, yeah, true. The Chinese have never known anything but bureaucratic rule. Even when they're in the Warring States period, it's just one bureaucracy claiming legitimacy over the other ones.
Yeah, so I mean, people are always going to vote for what they're comfortable with or what they know, right? And I think that's
And Weezy, you got
He went away.
Where are there in
Far
He's nailed to the floor.
Combat going
Ron.
for water for anyone else?
Ah.
Can y'all hear me now?
no.
No,
Like you're
your
far away.
microphone's still off your back.
Quit gaslighting me.
God.
No, we are not gaslighting you. You are.
Gaslight,
you sound like
gatekeep,
you're
girl
far-
boss. Y'all invited me.
You sound like you're yelling across your microphone.
Wait, why did we invite a woman?
I didn't understand.
Diversity.
John's not a real.
Yes, Weezy, check your setting because you're very
Women
weak.
aren't real.
Is it really?
Wow, that was
Yes.
rude.
What the
I think
fuck?
you're very strong and
Yeah,
independent.
it's like your microphone just all of a sudden went to like quiet and a little bit muffled. You know, like CDAT said, like you went across the room and covered your mic with a towel.
Oh, okay.
Like you're in a debate on CNN.
Wow.
Am I clear?
Well, he's not getting fact checked, so
Not yet.
Am I coming through clear? I'm not getting a bot or anything like that, right?
You're going robot every so often. CDAT.
Okay, it's gotta be. That doesn't make any sense. I switched my phone. I can't have the exact same problem on PC and
Is that better? Can y'all hear me
That's-
now?
Could be the storm.
No, you're still
Yeah, but-
far away, man.
What the fuck?
let me shut.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, you're
And
like
you're-
further
and-
away. Like, are you?
you are getting quieter and quieter. What did you do, Weezy?
Like,
God damn it.
I hear
All right.
from a distance. I'm like, oh no, is he okay?
All right, so I shut off my Wi-Fi. Now I'm just going strictly through cellular connection
You sound way better.
and see if that's
Yeah,
okay.
You sound
so
way
it's
better.
something going. So it's something going through Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
And maybe my router got trashed.
Or maybe the wife's streaming something. Is she watching Bridgerton?
No, she's doing her hair right now. So
Yeah, no, you sound a
I
lot
don't-
better. Meanwhile, I sound worse.
okay, so it
No, no, you're coming back.
I don't
It's
need-
like you're calling back.
Combat's still quiet.
Come to the light, Carol Ann. Come to the light.
Hell yeah!
come
Mine hanging
Come
back.
to the mic,
Y'all ain't getting
Luigi.
the frequencies.
I don't know if any of you were old enough to know that.
I know it from South Park.
Don't go into the light, Caroline. Follow my
Weezy.
boy.
You
And Zelda
Weezy,
Williams
do
I
tonight.
need to
think-
watch that movie, Shadow.
I'm letting
Caroline, get
people
your
argue
old
about
fat ass
fucking
back here.
Poltergeist.
You are
Weezy,
still quiet
just
about that.
go off screen because you are doxing yourself with your Discord.
Why? I haven't seen
When
it.
you are going into settings
Why?
and whatnot. On
Oh, wait,
YouTube.
is he actually
I'm
doxing
not
himself?
showing anything though. Except my
Well,
settings.
at
No,
least
it
tell
just
everybody,
shows your
geez.
Discord. It just shows your messages
That's fine. There's nothing
as you're
to hide
fucking
about it.
around
Sure.
in your.
It shows your weird animal porn.
I have nothing to hide. I'm not one of these closet zoophiles or some shit like some of these other streamers. I don't have a
So you're not Wash Light.
yeah. I don't have a folder full of horse porn that people
Gosh,
can
light.
call me out on. My PC gets
Yeah,
used for this. And
Yeah,
then-
no.
My
Easy,
microphone,
easy.
my microphone is always on, so.
No, Wheezy is not Vosh. Vosh is into horses, Wheezy's into ponies. There's a difference.
No, not into either of those. Thank you.
No, he's into Japanese. I don't know
Shadow
what
is
you call
the-
that better.
I
Shadow
think
is
I'm
the one
turning
into the
Japanese playing in my
ponies.
head now.
Instruments
All
of
that-
murder.
I'm
is
turning
what I like to call
Japanese.
them.
Oh, I'm turning Japanese. You know, I think so.
Those are called instruments of murder.
You know
Is
what?
it Commodores or what? Who is that? Hang on, I'm googling it.
I think, but I remember what they used. They told us what that song actually meant, and it didn't actually mean that.
Vapors.
Thank you. Not
I
one
don't
of
know.
my
It's probably
favorite
like a
bands.
metaphor for weed or something. I don't know.
Well, it was supposed to be a metaphor for masturbating.
Huh.
What?
Alright. Noted.
Aren't you?
Because your
enough?
eyes your eyes are narrowing, and yeah, that's what they told us when I was a teenager.
I'm
When that
concerned.
song came out.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going back to.
So we're
fixing
all
my
like,
shit.
we're listening on the radio and giggling, going, "Hey, we're getting away with something now. Guess what we're listening to?" It was the '80s. It was a different time.
Yeah, it was a very different time.
Okay.
We actually got
Better
away
now?
with more shit back then. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because there weren't smartphones around and weren't the internet around to upload everything.
You know, it's like we're 15 years old, dying of alcohol poisoning in a fucking field somewhere, drinking Boone's Farm.
Yes, and at 10 p.m. the television advertisement comes on. Do you know where your kids are?
Your parents are like, "Oh shit, that thing." Yeah, I forgot about that.
What are children? Why do we need to care about them?
Dude, that is literally how bad things were. Was they had to remind your parents you existed.
I mean, hey, it made you stronger than Gen Z, so it couldn't have been all that bad.
Dude, we did dumb shit.
Oh,
Statistically speaking, Gen Z is more right leaning than
That's hilarious. I find that hilarious.
See, what
That-
infuriates
and
me
my-
about that, and maybe this is just all anecdote, but I see way more of the fucking dumbass commies than I do of the base right wing. Like, don't get me wrong, I see a lot of fucking Trump flags hanging up around my neighborhood, but I see very, very, like, I don't interact with a lot of based people. Could be college, though, actually, now that I think about it.
Where
Yeah,
I'm
you
at,
answered your own question right there.
I've seen 2 Harris Benoit balls stickers.
look, I'm just saying, all these people that follow Fuentes, they're not my age, I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, Fuentes is also fucking retarded.
I know.
He attracts that.
very.
I know. I'm just saying that, you know, as much as the left would like to claim they have this stranglehold over Zoomers, I think it's
The Ute.
I think you've
We
got
hold
two
the
kinds-
young Ute.
See, I think you've got two kinds, or technically 3 kinds of Zoomers. You've got men who are tired of bullshit. You've got their primary demographic being feminine people, whether they be women or men. And then you've got women who recognize, I fucking hate these feminine people, so I'm going to be right wing because there's guys over there. That's from my experience. Gaunt's probably thinking I'm a sexist right now, though.
I
Think nothing,
I'm
son. My
thinking-
lady brain can't handle that stuff.
I mean, I'm just thinking stupid because Zoomers and men. That does not compute.
Yeah, I remember Harry Sisson to Zoomer. So.
Yeah, exactly. He's a feminine.
Yeah,
That's
but
my
he's
point.
also getting paid, so there's that too.
No, he says he doesn't get paid. See what I like
But
the idea.
they
Bullshit.
proved they proved he gets paid. What do you mean?
No. No. I like the idea, right? I like the idea that his like girlfriend or whatever accepted the payments and then just gives them to her lover. I like that idea a
The
lot
fact
more.
you think he has a girlfriend is the scary part.
No, it's because he gets those sweet checks from the freaking Democrats. The moment those dry up, she's leaving.
He's got as much of a girlfriend as Destiny had a wife, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. He's in charge of all the
Ouch.
legal obligations for her, but she finds fun elsewhere.
Come on.
Ouch.
Destiny actually had the balls to talk about relationships just recently, and even I'm like, dude, I wouldn't have went there, man. That's
Mind you, this is the same guy that was talking about how great having an open marriage is. You know, any and all respect that the slight amount of respect that I had for Destiny flew out the window after the first attempted assassination.
Yeah,
well,
because
her marriage was open, his wasn't.
exactly. See, if a man goes to his wife saying, "I'd like an open marriage," that shows he's not a man because he's unable to control his lustful urges. If a woman comes to a man saying, "Hey, I'd like an open marriage," that proves you're not a man because you are unable to satisfy your woman. Either way, you're fucking pathetic.
If a woman sleeps with 10 men, she's a slut. If a guy does it, he's gay.
He's gay.
He's gay.
There we
And
go.
a slut.
But he's also gay.
Yes,
If
exactly.
he sleeps with 10 men.
Worse for men.
You know,
Right now, Metroid's counting on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo!
I got it. I got triggered the other day because somebody was talking about how, like, the Destiny audience, somebody that was clapping back at Destiny, how they were saying that all their followers are, like, dick riders and shit like that. And I was like, did you really just say that unironically? Bro, DGG is like a mini cult. Like, what do you mean? Half the people that have been in Destiny's orbit have gotten where they are now because of Destiny. If not all of them, actually, now that I think about it.
It's a good way to keep your people loyal, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. No, don't get me wrong.
Right?
Elevate
Look,
them. And...
Oh, it's like, wait a minute.
Don't get me wrong.
Wait a minute, Weezy.
No,
We're not going
I
that
can't
far.
stand his political leads, and I think he's an idiot half the time. He speaks on shit as an authority on whatever it is that he's speaking on. But the dude, I don't know how he does it. Like, all these people that he attracts, I know that they're doing it because they want to get that sweet, juicy streamer clout, right? So they can grow an audience. But, dude, he does it so fucking easily. And I'm just like, how the fuck does this goblin attract people like this? Like, consistently. And not only that...
Because he's the meme. He's the idiotic statement, "Oh, people are triggered" meme. He's the talk fast, read the Wikipedia, don't let the other party speak, move the goalpost, Mott and Bailey, and that's all. That's all he's done all his life. And the retards that are watching him are just as stupid as he is.
Yeah. No, it reminds
He's literally
me
a tourist in life.
It reminds me of when Hassan ran out of content. So he started like reacting live to people's breakdown. Like, it would basically be people attacking his arguments, and he would be reacting to them attacking the arguments. And his audience went, "Wait a minute, this guy's fucking retarded," and he started losing subscribers.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that shit.
I mean,
My wife asked me one time, she goes, "Would you ever want to try to be like on YouTube and make it?" I'm like, "Me? No. I wouldn't last 5 minutes on YouTube. I get banned so fucking. Just me and Metronoid are going to open a chat. We're going to start a channel, man."
Wouldn't it be YouTube wouldn't last you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know.
They'd take one look
I mean, it
at
would
All
be
I know
easier
is
if
I
you
get-
just shoot me, because if I start saying shit, they will shoot me.
CDAT would sit there and hit apply for monetization, and YouTube would be like, how the fuck did we miss this?
Ban.
fucking
Who's this
starts,
Metronoid guy?
He starts a live stream. He fucking breathes. Alphabet bans him from Google.
It'd be like when that night that we were trying to watch the Putin interview, and it was like the stream was up for like 10 minutes, gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I think you got nuked. Wait, what? I'm still watching.
The fact that they were that afraid of that, it's like, what? But you're so right. How can you be so afraid of it?
Because it has, and I've learned this over the last few years, that people shut down whenever you show them evidence of shit, right? And when those people are the ones that are pressing the button saying, what you can and cannot see, what you can and cannot hear, all of a sudden it gets kind of hard and blows out of control when everybody and their mom wants to live stream something, Which I'm surprised they let me live stream the debate. I mean, the only thing I got hit with.
Yeah, I am too.
The only thing I got hit
Well,
with.
the only thing
stream,
they did try to shut that down. They did try to shut that down, and this is much bigger channels. But they said that basically these debates are public access.
Yeah.
That is the only reason they could, because they were going to try to shut it down. They said, you can't. This is public access. The voting public is legally allowed to see this. That's when they were like, well, you can't show it anywhere else. They're like, okay, but you can't control this. And this is an offshoot from the days back when those of us old enough to remember where TV channels were free.
Yep.
You turned TV on. So you could watch the debate. You didn't have to pay anybody. You didn't have to subscribe to anything. And they're like, oh, well, we're going to restrict it. You can't restrict it. Why? Because this is part of the election process. Well,
yeah, the only thing that I got hit with on that stream was because CBS or whoever it was, CNN, whoever the fuck, I don't remember what channel it was on. They used some.
I think it was ABC. Yeah.
Yeah, they used some copyrighted music, and they hit me for like 5 minutes of that. So I was like, all right, I'll just mute the music then. But outside of that, they didn't try and kill it. Which, I mean, I'm going to do the same thing for the Walls Vance debate. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, God, I'm so looking forward to that. I'm so looking forward to that, man.
Yep.
I want to see the E4 Mafia take on the Weirdo. This is going to be amazing.
I mean, just invite his old army buddies.
Yeah. I will say it again. When the chaplain calls you out, your shit's weak. Okay. Chaplain Charlie does not call out anybody, man. That man covers you for all kind of shit. When the chaplain's like, yeah, he was a piece of shit. It's like, wow.
Well, I hate how they're trying to spin this image of him as being like America's dad type shit. No, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, America's dad was, I think, Reagan.
You mean that bastard who banned unrestricted automatic weapons? Fuck that guy.
I'm just saying, there's this weird vibe from the left. The whole, the people that are opposed to the nuclear family that at the same time want to call Walls America's dad and call Kamala auntie and all this other shit. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Because they don't want you attached to, they don't want you attached to your family. They want you attached to their family.
Yep.
Psychor is mother, Psychor is father.
Oh, man. Babylon 5. It's been a while since I've heard a reference to that shit. Hell yeah.
I mean, see that. Well, not see that. Easy. This goes back to the heat map. The right-leaning people identify with their close proximity. The left-leaning people identify outside of their close proximity.
Yeah.
And form connections. So, it's simple. Oh, Big Daddy government has a face. One that is female identifying, self-identifying. One that is male self-identifying. So they are auntie and uncle. And that's who we need. That's who we need.
Well,
Faces
Uncle
of Big
Tim's
Daddy
trying to
government.
hand out
Faces...
tampons to boys.
faces attached to big government to tell us what to think, how to think.
Yeah. Also, notice they don't use the
Big
word
Brother.
mom. Yeah.
Big Brother
use mom.
again.
Sorry. Yeah. They also don't use mother or father because that implies a level of responsibility over you. Whereas uncle and auntie, I mean, hey, it's the fun uncle, it's the cool auntie, right?
Yes, the stoner uncle who flunked out and does nothing with his life, or the vine mom aunt who partied away her life and now is a barren wasteland.
Yeah. Hell, I bet they only use that terminology. They use that terminology in the same way that non-Christians say "Oh God," in the sense of it's just in or "bless you" because it's in the popular vernacular. They probably hate having to use familial terminology, but they just don't have a good word for it otherwise.
Well, it's just like that lady the
Oh.
other day that people were dragging because she was like, "Oh, this person's this what is it? Christian nationalist said bless you when I was doing this thing," and come to find out she had said it like 100 times before that day. You know, shit like that. It's like these people learn buzzwords and all. You know, they start using them even though they don't know what they mean.
I mean, just think back about how pronounced the weird moniker became
Oh God.
after they got the latest software update. And then everybody was saying, weird, you're weird. No, you're just a bitch.
They're still doing it.
Wait,
But I thought they were people where weird is a good thing. Keep Austin weird. Keep Seattle weird. What happened?
No, we
but
don't
that's
want
because
we
they're
don't want Austin to be weird anymore. I'm done with that.
yeah no.
I'm sorry, Weezy, you're stuck with Weird Austin, man.
Do not want.
See, there's weird and then there's degenerate.
Well,
want that
they
either.
literally don't have that line though.
No, they see degenerate as normal. Like that, they view they've suffered the most from the spiritual death of American society. They view it's like fucking the whole Marquis de Sade thing about how you must destroy the old order by taking what the old order valued and making it evil, and what it hated and making that good. It's that shit. Not my talking point. That's Arch's talking point, by the by. Don't want to steal it too badly. Yeah, same general logic.
But yeah, it's like, oh my God, they're weird. Well, you don't know how weird I could be. You don't even want to go down that road.
You know, I was.
No, us Gen Xers, man.
I can out weird the whole lot of y'all.
Yep. Can you out weird the whole like face is more metal than skin, and what skin is there is tattooed as hell. Self-identifies with they demon pronoun. Like some weird.
Let's look at it this way. I can just break out some of the unallowable black humor that I've cooped up in my brain over the years.
Yeah, but that's not
so they
weird.
can have all the yeah, but they could have, but that's what they would say. They could have all the tattoos and everything else they want. It's like, y'all freak out at a joke. So just
Well, I mean, anybody, you know, I'll just say one thing to anybody who may be from the Portland area in the '90s who's listening, and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about for how weird we can get. Jim Spag.
Jim Bag?
wait, you said Jim Spag?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I heard. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, no, this was okay. Long story short, this was a guy that would like go on public access, and at the time he was like in his 40s and not in great shape, and like dance around naked playing on a cardboard guitar.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, isn't that Tim Walls right now?
but
Pug, here's a blast in the past. I bet not one of those people could listen to 2 hours of Dr. Demento and keep their sanity. You want to talk about fucking weird? You want to talk about fucking weird? You listen to that show for 2 hours. And we did that shit. We were 10, 12 years old. Which explains a lot of things.
Yeah.
Everybody said, "Who the fuck is Dr. Demento?"
Yeah,
If you want to know where Weird Al Yankovic came from, Dr. Demento. If you've heard the song Fish Heads, Fish Heads, Fish Heads, that's the kind of shit they would play. They would play weird ass songs from the 50s and 60s. Just the weirdest shit you could find that would never play anywhere else. And yeah. That's what we grew up on.
I want to interrupt because if you
Yep.
see me turn around, it's because I heard some sort of crash behind me, which is where the kitchen is.
What are the Huskies
The
doing?
cat.
No, it was the cat.
Cat.
The cat
Yep.
climbed up the third shelf of the pantry and took down a whole bag of cat treats. So
Yeah.
I need to go rescue the cat treats.
Well, maybe when he comes back, he won't sound like me at the bottom of the well.
Our two learned how to open the cupboard where their cat treats were stored. The big one opens the cupboard, and the little one grabs the bag and starts chewing on it to try to get it open.
Fucking bastards.
And it's little
No, they are enterprising individuals.
I mean, they really are. I mean, cats just they have no
that
fucks to
sounds
give.
like how a
All right.
bad parent explains away
This is the
bad
culprit.
behavior from their child.
This is the culprit.
He's not a thief, he's enterprising.
This is the bag. He almost got it open.
I mean, it's called temptation, so you just have to give it to the cat.
Now I have to because it's full of fucking slobber.
That's how the cat claimed it. It's mine.
Then be a good food dispenser and give the cat the cat food.
I'm working on it. It's got a big ass fucking hole in it. I don't
Food
know why I'm trying to
dispenser.
open it.
Okay, literally, this is a story from my own past. My mother had invited over customers of my father because my father had a pretty successful business at the time. She invited over customers for Thanksgiving and had cooked the biggest frickin' turkey I think she could find. And she'd literally taken it out of the oven and put it up on the counter and turned her back. Now, she raised Irish setters. And if you know anything about those dogs, they never grow up. They never grow up. And she hears, arr, arr, and she turns, and two of the setters were playing tug of war with the turkey. So she reached down. When she reached down, she grabbed one of the turkey legs and starts going after the dogs, chasing them through the house with a turkey leg. Now, to Irish setters, this is fun. He's yelling and screaming and swearing at the dogs, chasing them with a turkey leg. And she's like, and then she starts wrapping the turkey up when she finally gets it back. And my dad was like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Well, I can't serve it, but I'm not going to throw it away, but I'm going to freeze it. I don't want them to associate what just happened with, we get the reward of a whole turkey to eat." I don't know what she did to make up for it, but she had like 20 guests coming.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Oh, God, no, my poor mother. No wonder she died young.
He was about to do it again.
Kidding me?
I mean, I have a similar story, but with a cat.
Okay.
I mean, we just bought I think it was not a turkey, but yeah, it was a turkey because it was bigger than a chicken, but not a turducken. And
Was it a goose?
no, a turkey.
Was it Ryan Gosling?
Hmm?
Eh?
Ryan, who?
I'm sorry. Nothing. Never mind.
And it was for Christmas dinner. And it was on the kitchen after it was finished in the oven. It was on the kitchen counter, and we came out to effectively the family dinner was done. Now we are home. We can eat in a more relaxed manner, and we came into the kitchen, and one whole leg of the turkey was missing. And it was chewed off by a cat that was about half the size of the turkey leg.
No, cats can be real strong.
Fucking Hungarian cats, Christ.
He's in the pantry. He's getting another bag. He looked at.
I mean, the cats in Austin are also enterprising individuals. So
Yes, they are.
This motherfucker just stuck his head out and looked at me.
Again, that feels like a bad parent explaining their child's bad behavior in like a nice flowery way. Oh, he's not a thief. He's not spoiled. He's just enterprising.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, you cannot shame a cat.
Yes, you can.
No,
no,
No shame.
Cats have no shame. They
No,
will look you dead in the fucking eye with the food and the ground, look you in the eye and go, what you gonna do about it, bitch?
You pull out a
Cats
razor,
have no
make him a bolt cat.
Still, that's not gonna shame them though. I'll just piss them off. They will get their revenge.
yes,
usually
they
by
will
being
shit
on
on your,
something.
or they
They
will shit on your
head.
pillow. Shit on your pillow when you are not looking.
Yeah, you cannot shame a fucking cat. You see those dog shame websites? You look for one for a cat, and it's just a cat sitting there staring at you like, what's your fucking problem?
I mean, the cat sits in the middle of a mess it made and looks you dead in the eyes and just like I see that said, yeah, what?
Yeah, and
What's the problem? I was bored.
What
I mean, literally, cats are like Samuel Jackson. I don't remember you asking you a goddamn thing.
Precisely.
What if
And now go open the food and give me.
Literally, what I was going to name my giant black cat Marcellus Catus. He's big, he's black, and he don't look like no bitch.
And he doesn't give a fuck.
He had no fucks to give. No fucks to give.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to assume that while human domesticated the dog, the cats domesticated the human.
Unironically,
Well, yeah,
unequivocally.
that's true because
Since cats, cats,
about cats meowing at the same frequency of like a baby's crying.
yes, and also cats meow only to humans. They don't meow among themselves. And also, since the last, I don't know, since human civilization exists, cats haven't really changed, evolutionary speaking.
Runezog
They
said
also
that's
don't
true.
really serve a purpose. I mean, aside from killing rats.
I mean, that's
Hey.
a very good purpose because they stop the diseases carried by the small rodents that they catch, and also keep the granaries safe.
I guess they also kill snakes. I guess that's also a good use.
Yeah, my big one will stare snakes down. They'll be like 6, 8 foot black racers, and I know they're not dangerous, but the cat doesn't know that. And he'll just sit out on the patio and like stare down a big ass black racer, like, yeah, what you gonna do, huh? Huh? I eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. Oh God.
With that accent, I'm guessing too.
Bear's a different sort of cat. Well, when you're 20 some pounds as a cat, you can be different.
Yeah. People don't
Some
realize
people-
just how big a 20-pound cat is.
Yeah.
Sound that like a Maine Coon or something?
Norwegian forest cat. So yeah, cousin
okay.
to the Maine Coon.
Yeah, it's a little less than a Maine Coon.
He's jet black. I mean, absolutely jet black. So Marcellus catus. He's big. He's black.
And Weezy got a new
Oh, that's not
software
as bad.
update.
Yeah, that's not as bad as
Weezy got
We
a new
just have a
software
Cracker Jam.
update.
The what update?
Software update.
Oh,
What is
yeah,
the word of the day?
I had to plug it in. The word of the day is fascism.
Oh, I thought
That's
it
weird.
was.
Use that
every
as
day?
in a sentence?
And then
If we don't strengthen our elections, Donald Trump will bring back fascism.
there you go. That's how you use it in a sentence.
No, thank you.
Oh my God, everybody I don't like is a fascist.
That too.
Yes, unironically.
Although to be fair, if this is off topic on what we've been talking about, have y'all seen the new Ghost of Tsushima discourse?
Oh, the whole Ghost of Yote bullshit that's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen that.
I
Both
need
sides in that argument are fucking retarded.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's literally, it's like, oh my God, wait till you see the fucking game come out. Shut up.
Well,
I
okay, I understand hesitancy over the VA,
same.
but the whole there's a woman equal it's bad now, like that's fucking retarded. So you guys hate Laura Croft, you guys hate Samus, like the VA is enough to go, okay, maybe we should not pre-order, maybe we should wait and see. But then you've also got the other side going, oh well, you're hesitant. I guess you hate women. Like, what the fuck is wrong
Well,
with
when
you?
when the VA is bragged about changing scripts, yeah, I'm hesitant.
Yeah.
So I
exactly.
will wait and see. I will wait and see. But
No.
somebody says, "Oh, well, a woman in an action game." I'm like, okay, literally, I guarantee that half the men and probably a few women that bought Stellar Blade didn't give a fuck all about the gameplay. Let's be honest. We know what they bought it for.
Gigaphysics. Gigaphysics.
which they just improved, by the way.
Yeah, hot Korean girl in skimpy outfits.
Look, I'm just.
How can you improve that? Show more skin?
Yeah,
I'm
I
in
mean,
that
short of
camp
being
of-
nude, and that kind of ruins the picture.
I'm in that camp of the voice actor. Somebody definitely picked her for a reason. She was hired for
Right.
a reason.
Right, and she's got a past of
Exactly.
silly shit. So I'm gonna wait and see. Hell, I'm still gonna play the first one.
Yeah, that right there is the mature, reasoned response. VA looks sus, so let's wait and see. Then you've got lead paint drinkers going, oh my god, it's a woman! They ruined Ghosts of Tsushima! And then you have the fucking borderline feminists going, they have issues with the game. They have potential issues with the game. Said game has a woman on the cover. They must be sexist.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. And I'm honestly legitimately surprised. I mean, that people are like, fuck. I said I was surprised earlier. I'm really not, because this kind of reaction, I've kind of been expecting something like this to occur. But at the same time, it's like, how
Okay,
other people are like, wait, what? Oh,
and in some ways, I do understand. No, I understand. If every time you walked out your front door, somebody punched you in the mouth, sooner or later, you're going to start being suspicious about your front door. They've burned the gaming public so many fucking times with shit.
Yeah.
That the people are they're spring loaded in this fuck that position.
Well, the
You know,
games
you just
industry as a whole, game journos, game developers, have all these people that they call fucking reactionaries. They've created that.
Right.
Yeah. See, I'm more talking about the internal conflict with like in the, I don't even want to say right wing space, because many of these people I don't even classify as right wing, but like the fucking Shudhammer equivalent for like with the wider pop culture, the fandom menace, those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Where you've got people going, hold on, why are we fighting amongst ourselves? And then you just sit down and go, because we're not all on the same side, we just hate the same people. Like we're all just different factions with our different interests.
Yeah, and I said this before. Like if you look at the history of a lot of these game journalists, and I know we've talked about this many, many times. They're all, Bay Area. They're all running the same circles. They all have the same friend groups, right? For instance, one of the people that's involved in the new Ghost of Tsushima game, Ghost of Yotai, is Andrew Goldfarb. Andrew Goldfarb has ran in the same circles as people like Brian Altano and all these other IGN dudes. They're all mixed together in the same industry, right? So I think until that industry gets shaken up in some massive way, which I think is already kind of happening with all the layoffs and shit that have been going on over the last couple years, I mean, look at what's happening with Ubisoft right now. It's never going to change. Like it's going to stagnate.
Yeah.
But the question is, why isn't Wheezy streaming Dustborn? Is it because he's a bigot?
That's
I thought it's
exactly
because
right.
he doesn't have a massive chat throwing money at him.
No, it's because he's a lazy Mexican.
They can't throw money at me anymore. Thanks, YouTube.
What kind of Mexican is he? Is he a authoritarian Mexican, a socialist Mexican, an aristocrat Mexican? What kind of Mexican?
Lazy.
That's all of them. But that's all of them. Like, which one specifically? Is he Brazilian, Argentinian, Mexican,
Wow,
Cuban?
this took a really, really interesting turn.
What? What did I say?
Oh shit! No, it's just like,
He actually
every time this comes up, the Mexican American song pops into my head. And I blame all of you for that.
Oh, he's drawing a sword. Yeah, no, he's mad. He's angry. He's mad at me. I'm about to die.
Angry Mexican, angry Mexican, angry Mexican weeb.
Angry
He's
Mexican
Wait, isn't
don't want to
Mexican
talk to
weeb-
you, so they tell you to fuck yourself.
This is for when y'all embarrass me enough.
Wait, is that Itachi?
No,
Wait,
it's
did you
not.
guys go out with honor?
It might be seppuku, guys.
And no, this one's too pretty. I have to use my other one for that.
No, that is for the body pillow.
Is
That
it-
is for the body pillow.
That's for the body pillow.
Gotcha. Also, isn't
Yeah, but I mean,
Weeb
what
and
kind of body
Itachi
pillow would
morons
he
like
have?
they're the same thing?
My body pillow would have Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, like Emperor Hirohito on his body pillow or something.
Bro, hold on. Since you
Wait,
said
no,
that,
No,
what you
no,
gonna
no,
say?
no.
You
whoa,
gotta
Hitler
show us.
Tanaka.
No.
Hold on.
No,
Oh.
Weezy's body pillow will be Hitomi Tanaka.
I don't know who that is.
You'll learn. You're young.
Fucking Metro. God damn it.
Yes, I am child. I am Groot.
Motherfucker, I can't side.
Sweet summer child.
He brought up Emperor Hirohito. I actually got a framed picture of the Emperor on horseback from World War II.
Oh my god!
Yo.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's gonna
Whoa!
go-
Hey, wait a minute! I want my body pillow to look like that. Jesus Christ!
my body pillow is based. Hold on.
What
No.
did you
I'm
look
just
at?
looking at the one. I'm looking at the one that Metronoid mentioned. I'm like, ooh, is it 3-dimensional? 3D body
Oh,
I'm possessed of a question.
Good lord!
we
Are
gotta
we allowed
think.
to say Emperor Hirohito was right? Is that a thing we're allowed to say now?
I'll say.
Well, it depends if you want China to pay you off.
I'll say it. What the fuck? Hold on. How the fuck do I do this? Because my fucking thingy.
IT man getting his ass kicked by his equipment.
No,
I didn't see this on the schedule.
There you go. All right, there. Now, there we go.
Is the stream even
Wait.
still up out of curiosity?
Yeah, it's still up. That's what's going on my wall
Not
in
for
my
long.
office.
Holy fucking shit, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm putting that on my wall in the office.
Put your hand on that wall.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm just saying, my swords may have ended up being, like, one fake out of 2, but the rest of my shit is real. I could say that at least.
Oh yeah, hey Combat, are you sure you're even like a collector of antique swords if you don't have one that's like I don't even remember the fucking criteria you gave, but that was some bullshit level like gatekeeping that I saw that you were talking about the other day.
Yeah, and you know, I've actually you mean yesterday? I've actually
Yeah, like you were talking about how like you hopped into like I think it was like the Sohei community or something. And it's like, hey guys, look at this cool thing I got, and you had some people go, actually, that's like not even close to being good enough to be in this fucking chat group.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I said it yesterday. Like the antique Japanese sword hobby. I don't even know if you could call it a hobby community. I guess collecting community.
Yep.
bro, it is fucking wild. And I already said it. I'm not even in the tax bracket to be even considered a collector. And
I'm sure most of those guys aren't even either. They just fucking have nothing to spend their money on aside from shitty.
And they're going into tens of thousands of dollars of debt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the fucking
they pay a credit card maxed out on that shit.
The one guy that was actually polite and was like explaining shit to me actually has a storefront where he sells antique Japanese swords, and the minimum that I saw on there was like 3,500, bare minimum.
That is bad decisions. That is a lot of bad decisions.
So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, do I really want to drop 10 grand on this thing that's gonna sit up on my wall?
Yes, objectively, you should. You should be like all these weaves who have foregone woman to study the blade.
I have a book for that somewhere. But yeah, no, it's
they do too, and they have the body pillow that Chernobyl brought out. Yeah.
Yeah, I need that. I need a matching mouse pad that has boobs.
Yeah, but that would mess your wrist up, man.
Probably. But yeah, no, it gave me a better appreciation for the Warhammer community. I mean, we all know how snobby people can be, like especially the show minis crowd. It gave me a new
when they are not stealing.
Yeah, when they're not stealing other
when they're not pulling a jigger.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't say that.
Say that on stream, or is that too slurred?
No, it's African American.
You have to say it
Slur
with African American.
You have to say it with a soft A. You can't say it with a hard R.
Giga.
There we go.
Bro, it got to the point where I had to fucking mute her. Like, I had, like, limited posts from her. She was still coming she just kept showing up on my fucking timeline. I had to fucking mute her.
Oh,
like, happened. I don't know why, but she just kept showing up in my and half of it was fucking Metro yelling at her, honestly.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time, where my timeline will just be full of, like, pro-Kamala people that I've never even heard of, and I'm just like, not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. And then I'll like refresh and it'll be all new ones.
Yeah, no. I'm so fucking glad that Serb and Bitch have me blocked because I bet I'd be seeing a ton of their bullshit as well.
You know, on my current account, I think Bitch does have me, but Serb still isn't because every once in a while I'll get something from him. And I'm like, I feel like the door is open to a room I really didn't ever want to see in my life.
Well,
but listen, that room is always good for one fart in and then close the door after.
You know, we were
a nice egg and bean fart and shut the door.
No, or just swapping into the elevator, then stepping out.
Popcorn.
Well, Pug and I had this conversation where I was like, I just block anybody I see saying something fucking unbelievably stupid, and my time.
Yeah, but you haven't blocked any of us, so.
No, I mean,
no, he's blocked me.
It has to be.
We say unbelievably stupid shit all the time.
No, at least y'all are self-aware. I'm talking about the ones that aren't.
Oh, okay.
Why'd you block me then?
I didn't block you. I mean, I should out of principle, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of principle, you should probably block most of us.
Definitely should block. Yeah, you should definitely block Pug. Pug deserves to be blocked. So does Gone.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I was busy this morning screaming about how can we not help out people in the Carolinas, and anyway.
Oh, speaking of help.
No, unironically, I've been tempted to mute Gaunt once or twice because of all the fucking yaoi she puts up on my feed.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. That shit showed up on mine too. I'm like, what kind of fucking degenerate? Oh, never mind. It's gone.
It's always hidden. It's always hidden. So it's your fault when you go there.
No,
you see that it's Gaunt, it's retweeted by Gaunt or reposted or what the fuck ever, and then you go, I want to see this.
No, just like Rav's bullshit, it's never fucking
Yeah.
like
About half of it is him.
I
Rap posts some like bird woman with a ball gag. What the fuck is this?
I was at
This is
work.
on my timeline.
I was
I
at
don't
work, and
know. I don't want to know.
I happened to look over, and that's what I saw. And my coworker happened to look over at the same time, and he was like, is that a furry porn? And I was like, oh, god damn it.
Oh, that rumor's starting now.
oh, that reminds me of a post I saw on Reddit last night.
Wait, you look at Reddit?
Wait, what the fuck? Who are these people? Wait, what?
No, Twitter.
No, I think we just gave something away there.
Wait, I'm private. Why the fuck are people joining my fire team?
Because you're playing fucking Helldivers and nobody else is?
Why are you gay?
Because apparently people said it was fixed. I hopped in, it felt fixed, and I'm like, hey, I want to play with people. And I don't know who these people are. It's not letting me see their names. I'm like, I'm on a closed party. There should be no one.
But you are most definitely not on a closed party.
I should be though.
But why should you be?
Oh, it's Rav. It's Rav. Okay.
Oh god.
I friended him the other day. That's probably. Oh,
He fucking heard us. Oh my god, a degenerate heard us. He's infiltrated. I have to keep an eye out for him in Space Marine too, man. Oh, speaking of what class does everybody play? I'd say main, but that seems kind of dumb in this situation.
I'm not playing because my computer can't handle it. Sadly.
Aw.
I'm still trying to finish the campaign, so
It's like 9 hours long, dude.
well, I mean, for some reason I'm having difficulty with the parry mechanic for some reason. I don't know what it is.
It's not
Although
you.
if I had
It's not you.
although knowing the weird shit with video games with me and my sister, if I handed it to her, she'd have no problem with it. So
Parry mechanic, there are people that either have mastered that shit, and then there's going to be me for the rest of my time playing that game. I'm just swear at the screen a lot, or I play heavy. Where parry, fucking casual. just take that hit right on the armor.
So I gotta ask, CDAT, are y'all in one piece?
You know what? Dumb luck was our best friend. The hurricane force winds. We got hit with tropical storm. We had trees down, power lines down, stuff like that. The hurricane force winds got within 5 miles of where I live.
Oh,
it was that close.
Weezy,
They
you
were 100
played-
mile an inch, 5 miles off coast. So
Weezy, you prayed too hard.
I know.
you really did, you bastard.
No, I prayed, but I didn't pray to fuck up North Carolina and Tennessee.
Can somebody explain to me why there are people there that cannot get food? Because I asked that on X. I'm like, how can we not get them food? Oh, I'm sorry. Did we forget helicopters are a thing? You're telling me we can't find some batshit crazy army choppers pilots to put their bird down? I said, if I can see a hot LZ set up in a firefight, they can damn well land some fucking food.
I was just saying, I was seeing some crazy fucking footage coming out of both those places.
But we got $8 million. We got $8 million in aid for Ukraine. I mean, we got plenty of money for that.
Speaking of Ukraine,
because that is a strategic necessity to protect all of Europe. That is absolute. Now, ignore what we're letting Turkey get away with. Like, ignore the fact that Turkey is basically a rogue state that we subsidize. No. We need to secure Europe's security through Ukraine.
Please tell me.
Well, I had one idiot trying to literally go down that road, and I'm like, okay, so how come we aren't doing that in Asia? How come we're not doing that in Africa? Why just here?
Please tell
I'm
me
sorry,
y'all
Luigi,
saw,
I didn't-
No, I was gonna say, please tell me y'all saw the difference between Zelensky signing fucking bombs and then Zelensky standing next to Trump. It was like,
Oh yeah, yeah. When Zelensky and
Happy-
what's his name
Yep.
in fucking Pennsylvania are signing bombs, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
but then of
Yeah,
course
he
he had that
literally-
meeting with Trump, and he was sitting there kind of like,
Like, huh? He was very subdued. Put it that way. He was very subdued.
yeah. Don't you love how that bastard is actively campaigning in an American election?
I mean,
I thought that. Excuse me. I have that on good authority. That's election interference. Sweaty.
Also apparently signing someone's dollar or like giving $100 for groceries or whatever the story was is apparently bribing voters.
Yep.
But offering tens of thousands of dollars in student loan forgiveness and infinite free money is somehow not.
Yep.
Make it make sense, Combat.
Oh. Hey, I want to see that Pennsylvania restaurant now, whether it's true or not, because it doesn't matter if it's true. It matters what I heard. That told Vance that they would call the police if he came into the restaurant. Now again, what?
I think
The Italian place?
that's probably true. Because I saw,
And it's like, yeah, but I'm like, okay, fair. It's private property, but y'all done fucked up. You just alienated half your customers.
yeah, because there was footage. What was it today? Of Walls and Kamala going in there, and everybody clapping and cheering and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
So
That's fucking fine.
yeah, look, I want this election to be over with, right? I don't want Kamala to win. I don't even really want Trump to win, but at this point, he's probably the best bet we got.
See, I fucking want.
So you are just a bigot.
Yeah.
I want Senator Armstrong to win. That's the only person I'll vote for. Arguably, he's also a libertarian as well, which is weird.
I'm more.
My sources, I made it. Fuck.
I wanted President Camacho to run, so we can go.
Dude, you have no idea, man.
So we can go
Wayne Alessandro Mountain Dew Camacho.
Yes, because I want to go.
I'm all for the elder. I'm all for the elder god to descend on Earth and reclaim what they created.
The only reason that Weezy wants Camacho is he wants to see the one secretary on the cabinet. Fun bags.
What are you talking about, dude? I'm already sponsored. I'm good.
Wait, you're sponsored? What the fuck? Aren't we getting some of that? You're like using our emotional labor or some sort of communist college talking point.
Hell yeah. Isn't that how it's supposed to happen?
Yeah, no, why are you using my emotional labor and like what the fuck is wrong with you? I deserve all of it. I deserve 50% of whatever you make. Give it now, please.
So whenever I get remonetized, I will start a hawk fund, and all the money that I make that I put into that fund, I'll donate to Metro because he lives in Europe.
To give it to Metro? Okay, I'm down with that. Give it, Metro deserves it.
Meanwhile, Metro and I are going to be trying to sabotage the financing.
I just say, I'll give it all to Metro. Metro can go and teach Germans how to drive or some shit with that money, and then
he donates the money to teaching Germans how to fuck. He opens a fucking driving school for Germans. Fucking no! Charger!
I mean, we know Germans can drive a Colt.
I mean, it wouldn't be a driving
We're
school.
in one tank. Yeah.
It will be a camp. It will be a camp, and they could learn there how to concentrate very hard.
How to concentrate on their driving.
Nope. Let me live. Please, for the love of God, please let me live.
Because we're staying at the camp, funny enough.
I'm never getting fucking remonetized. What am I saying?
See, Metro, would your German driving school be in German or Hungarian?
I learned in Hungary, and I drove a lot comparatively to Europeans in Hungary.
Okay,
And
So
here
tell me this:
it-
on a scale of 1 to 9, how much would you have to concentrate at this school?
999.
Poor Weezy, man.
I was trying to get remonetized.
I could have been a contender.
So fucking hard.
Senator Wheezy, Congressman Wheezy. I could have been a contender.
I'm going to hell.
Yo, I'd vote for that. Fucking combat wombat CDAT for president. I'd vote for that. I'd run.
Dude, I just want to be sector.
I'm just saying, if anybody knows somebody that has like some sort of right wing super PAC full of streamers, let me know. I'll fucking join. Fuck it. I'll be the counterpoints. I'll join a right wing PAC and start streaming.
Fucking hell.
He's like, I'll verbally suck dick. I mean, listen Mercante of the right wing PAC.
That's it.
Hell,
Give
actually, you know
Give
what?
me fucking money.
I say
we'll make it happen.
We allow non-citizens to run for office. We give the job to frickin' Metro.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go. You know?
And what am I to do? Start shooting people into reverse.
Hey, you said it, man.
Look, Metro's about the only illegal that I would allow to vote at this point.
Who says he's illegal? No. He wouldn't be an illegal. He'd be an auxiliary.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. He would be earning his citizenship through application of what's Metro. You know how to ride a horse and use a cavalry saber, right?
Would you like to know?
I can learn.
See, that's got one you can borrow.
Yeah, you got my old NCO saber. So.
I mean, we have two British, I think it's Indian cavalry sabers at home. So
British.
Yeah, from the 1860s, I think.
Huh.
Still got Indian on them.
Supposedly
like
British cavalry swords, I don't know.
But I'm only partially joking about that streamer pack thing. Because you know that, the left has all these different packs that are paying streamers. I can't think of a single one on the right.
I mean, the funniest shit is, in my opinion, that these people would do it for free. And they are burning money on people, streaming to no audience whatsoever, to spread the message that is already out and already circulated by bigger bodies to much bigger audiences.
I don't know if
So the streamer packs are just effectively tax write-offs or money laundering schemes.
I don't know if I agree with that, Metro. I guarantee more people will watch somebody like Destiny stream the debate than they would watch any other mainstream fucking channel that's on the left.
But you don't need to pay Destiny to do that. He'll do it for free.
Right.
And his useful idiots of the audience will pay him. You don't need to pay him as a super PAC or as a PAC to do something that he would do by himself on his own volition.
That's true.
And the same goes for all of the, I think, lefty streamers on Twitch and on other platforms. Because they are that inclined, they are that... They are that inclined and they are that politically motivated to push one kind of narrative.
Hey, at least Hassan got kicked out of the DNC. I'm just saying.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he got kicked out.
I mean,
wait, who got kicked out?
I mean, listen, Hassan is that is just as interesting as the, I don't know, the dog shit on my shoe.
Yeah,
that's my
Hassan had a boot.
Well, depending on what the dog ate, it could be really interesting.
Well, yeah.
I mean, listen, if it's a San Bernard, then it's then I'm up to Schitt's Creek, but otherwise.
My birds are fighting.
Wiz, you're very quiet. The cat got your tongue?
My birds are fighting.
Well, you need more bird feeders.
I have 3.
That's not enough.
I've got one more. I haven't used it yet.
And
then
at the end, you'll become a Disney princess. You just go outside and birds flock to you because
I'm just
you
saying,
bring the food.
if there's an ecological disaster in my area, it's probably because of me. Because I imported more of the big ass snails from Galveston. So I'm just saying, if there's a sudden influx of big ass snails in Houston, Texas, it was probably my fault.
Listen, if they start eating flesh, then that's your fault. Otherwise, what else?
I mean, that's not what I'm feeding them, but I should be okay.
Oh, hey guys, Rav invited me to a VC, so I'm gonna go dip and play Helldivers with him. Is that okay?
No.
No, go play with your ponies.
Griffins, fuck you.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
We don't
We're
need
not
Thanks
the
for
police
having me
of
on
you.
that. Thank you for scouring me, Gaunt.
We're not judging
That's what I'm
you.
here for.
We're not judging you.
Keep on tagging
Bitch.
him. Keep on tagging
Like-
him.
I'm judging
He
him.
deserves it.
I'm judging him for leaving.
It's a sport at this point.
I told him he has to lean into it. Otherwise, we'll keep ribbing him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot.
I have one question to all of you. Have any of you watched any panels from the last 2 days about the Heidelberg University Warhammer conference?
Oh, I forgot about it. I forgot.
Because they haven't put up anything on YouTube.
Wait, so I can't even go back and watch it?
No. There were in-person presentations, and there were also Teams presentations online. And
Nobody
they said
recorded.
that they will be recorded, so please mute yourself when you are online. But they haven't put them up.
It would be in their best interest to not put it up.
Well, I mean, I was working the last 2 days, so I couldn't participate. But
I completely
I'd be
forgot
interested to.
I completely forgot about it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, it's not that easy a topic to cover because 2 days of I don't know, multiple panels with topics ranging from the medieval origins of the Crusades and up to, I don't know, pronoun usage or what the fuck ever in the Mechanicum.
I'm answering Maddie.
But wouldn't pronouns in the Mechanicum be beep, bop, boop?
Or binary.
Or yeah, 1 or 0. Yeah.
I mean, I always thought about the Mechanicum. That was just something that came up. I don't know if this
So like
specific
the Roman
topic was
Empire
addressed.
for you always think about the Mechanicum?
So what about the Mechanicum? I always thought they are non-gendered. They are it.
Yeah.
They are the machine. They try to achieve a harmony with the machine, and the machine is not sexed. So the whole argument and the whole characters coming in with neo-pronouns by Mike Brooks or Graham McNeil or what the fuck ever are just stupid from strictly the logical standpoint of the faction itself.
Well, remember, these people, authors or not, have no imagination. They really don't. They cannot put themselves into a fantasy or sci-fi setting without creating some connection to the modern world. Now, sometimes you can do that. Dune is a good example of, or Star Wars, which is basically, or Star Trek. These were all connections to real world things and shows, but done in such a way that they keep the fans happy
Mhm.
for a while. But then you have this, and it's like they can't just touch on the topic. It has to be a one-to-one relation. There has to be. Well, I'm not connected unless I give them neo pronouns. It's a fucking toaster. You know,
No,
it's literally like the joke about the toaster.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm just saying that I can understand that they were trying to look at Warhammer from like an academic perspective, but anytime it bleeds into fucking culture war shit, which I know a couple of those panels did, like there's no incentive for them to put it on YouTube because as much as these people say, "Oh, we're the majority," they end up getting flamed into oblivion on YouTube every single time.
I
Every
mean,
single time.
I'm interested to see how the people presenting papers there, presenting arguments there, how they think and what are their arguments. Because
you just want to make it fun.
just like with everything in academia, there is always some good arguments among the multitude of it. And also just to make fun of it, because and this is not something I use lightly, but it's not that deep, bro. It's a fantasy setting, it's a setting for a tabletop war game, and it's background. And if you want to really think about what it is and why it is, just ask Rick Priestley. You don't need to write academic papers about it, because it's not that deep. It's fun, mostly. And should be fun, at the most part. For the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I blame the media literacy crowd, so that's just me.
Those motherfuckers.
Well, remember, these are people. They don't know how to have fun. They literally just cannot immerse themselves in something. It must relate somehow to whatever it is they've got their head up their ass about in that particular week. You know, that's what we keep trying to tell these people. What do you call a tourist? All you have to do is not be a dick. Just embrace the world like it is. Well, no, I have to. Okay, so now you're being a dick. This is why nobody likes you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot just accept, all male space marines. Why? Just accept all male space marines. It's the setting. You don't have to. But Gaunt will be offended. Gaunt doesn't give a shit. Gaunt accepts the setting as it is.
Mhm.
I assume. And
Are you
besides,
assuming my acceptance of this setting?
you're
Feel free.
damn right I am.
You're right.
Okay.
We are assuming consent. We are assuming consent.
But it's just it's like I mean, and then my personal favorites. I always love these. You're just some mad chud incel living in your mom's basement that doesn't want women in your game, dude. There's entire units of women. Okay, there's entire groups of women. There's entire armies of women. Hell, Mitt Romney's got binders full of women. You know, it's all there. What are you talking about? No, that doesn't count because they're not space marines. Well, why doesn't it count? Well, because they're the poster children. Well, not if you don't accept it. Shut up, bigot. It's like, you know, you can make this world whatever you want. I do wonder if they're starting to have some mental breakdowns, though, over the fact of they're not the majority after all. And it's becoming painfully obvious.
They have to keep saying that they are. They have to. They have to keep reaffirming it to themselves and to their
Talk into the microphone, Weezy.
Well, the cat just pushed it away.
He is. Oh yeah, blame the cat. Okay.
He's right. He's
The cat.
literally right here. You can watch him do it. No, I was saying they have to keep saying that. They have to keep reaffirming that they're the majority because otherwise the perceived power that they think that they have goes away. So they have.
But how do you square the circle with to come all the way back around this Dustborn and Concord?
Oh well, obviously
You can't.
Yeah, no.
You can't. But you can pretend as long as it's possible.
Yeah.
For which was it? Concord. It lasted 8 days. For
It
Warhammer,
lasted less time than a housefly.
yes. I mean, I'm just, and I posted this today. I'm interested in the media literacy people because I remembered the Iwo Jima tribute that GW did in 2000. Were they mocking the military, the soldiers, in general, with that in 2000? Or was it a sincere gesture? Because media literacy people would have you believe that, yes, that was mockery.
What happened? I'm sorry, I got to be the moron here. What happened would make anybody think anything was mockery?
Well, that's what they always say.
I'm just curious.
That's the 40K.
That's always the argument.
Yeah.
What happened at that particular event, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Did something particular happen, or just because it was on Iwo Jima?
Oh no, that was the Iwo Jima tribute that I posted.
Oh, okay.
GW put out a little diorama thing that was a tribute to the iconic Iwo Jima, the guys putting up the flag.
Planting the flag.
Yeah. Which I'm bidding on one
But
of those
they did
now.
I mean, after a while, you have to kind of understand that there's going to be parodies and there's going to be, similar.
Yes, but I don't think that in 2000, 3 Marines, 1 Dark Angel, 1 Ultramarine, and 1 Blood Angel, in a run-up to the second global campaign for I think it was in 3rd edition, Armageddon campaign, and it was effectively a limited edition promotional miniature available through that Cal's promotion. That's effectively going to run as mockery. That's a sincere tribute.
I mean, that's what I would say.
But mocking military is something you can get away with. So.
Ever since Metro put it up, I've been looking for one. So I finally found one.
So I generate some eBay revenue for somebody. That's good.
Actually, one of them just sold.
But for these clowns, mocking the military is something that they can get away with. It's like being able to call people, fascists and Nazis constantly. It doesn't matter how insulting it is. It doesn't matter how inaccurate it is. It doesn't matter how painful it could technically be. It's okay because they're doing it and they're doing it to us. They're allowed to mock the military. They're allowed to say whatever they want. They can. That's why they constantly point at the things they say Trump says that he didn't say. He didn't call them losers and whatever else. But they have to always refer back to that because they know the shit they say is much, much worse. So,
well, they have to because everything that Trump is ideologically opposite of what we've had to deal with the last 3.5 years.
Remember, Tim Walz said we can't stand 4 more years of this.
Yeah, exactly. But these are the same people that are like, we're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back to what? Well, we're not going back to Trump. That's essentially what they're saying.
I would like to ask them, how many of you actually voted in 2016? How many of you were old enough to vote in 2016?
I don't think we were all old enough.
I know, but I'm saying the ones that are online being hysterical. So, did you even vote in 2016? Did you have a vested interest in anything that was going on, or were you the typical middle late teenager that frankly doesn't pay that much attention except for what they're told by their peers?
I genuinely think that more. I didn't vote in the last 2 elections. I didn't. I didn't give a shit. This is going to be the first election since the last 2 cycles that I'm actually going to vote. And I think that's a lot of people at this point. I think a lot of people are going, yeah, no, fuck this. I'm going to vote. And
well, they're going to have to.
That's a good thing, in my opinion. If shit is where we are right now, if this is enough to get people to finally be like, you know what, I'm going to exercise my right to vote, then fuck it. Let's go.
It's like the famous 81 million votes. Really? I've never seen a source for that. Just that, trust me, bro.
Yep.
Come on, bro. You got to trust me, bro. 81 million people voted for you, bro.
I think what happened was a lot of people forget that there was a candidate in the Midwest. I forget his first name, but his last name was Jorgensen, that got a lot of votes. And I think what they did was they lumped his in with Biden's.
Probably. I mean, when you control the system, you can do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, but I don't think there was as much of a desire to vote as there is now. And a lot of the stats that I'm seeing is that there's even more Republicans that are people that are registering as Republican for early voting.
Yeah.
And the Democrats are down. When shit's so fucked up and you got people constantly going, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Oh, you're an idiot. No, it's fine. When you can see your bills, when you can see, shit stagnating, your average person is going to finally, even if they don't say anything, they're going to get fucking tired of it.
Well, what cracks me up is the people telling us that there's nothing wrong with the economy aren't really in the economy at our level.
Exactly.
There's no amount of gas cost per gallon that will ever worry the average Democrat commercial. You got Sam Elliott doing that lame ass fucking commercial. You think Sam Elliott gives a shit about the price of gas? No.
Taylor Swift. Fucking.
Yeah, she's a fucking billionaire.
These celebrities that they're pulling out of their asses to say, hey, you need to vote Democrat, even though they're fucking rich.
It's like, do you think those people really care about what the price of peanut butter is right now? No, they don't give a shit.
I mean, Taylor Swift. I mean, didn't she make a career about singing?
Bad decisions?
Singing about her bad decisions?
Yeah.
Well, if I may interject about Taylor Swift, I'm not a Swiftie, but I will say she's a very smart woman when it comes to investing and knowing where her money comes from. So, like, I'm not a big fan of her music, but when you look at, like, how she's invested her money and, like, how she, like, where she puts herself, even her, like, statement of endorsement was very neutral. Like, she's got good PR people that are like, okay, we're going to do this because this is, like, the thing to do, but we're going to be, like, we're going to play it safe. We're going to be careful about it. And I'm like, okay, I see where you're going. Like, I know it's a career move, whatever. Do I agree? Well, no, but shoot, there's a paycheck someplace.
Yeah, look at that entire fake relationship she had with the football player. That was stage managed as hell. So.
Yeah, and what do we get? She's extremely wealthy, so I mean, I feel like a lot of it is, I mean, some of them might actually believe, and honestly, it seems silly, but believe what you want to believe. I'd rather see more sincerity than the insincerity of like, okay, we're going to pay people who are normally paid to lie and perform to tell you how to cast your ballot. I would be extremely insulted by that if it was targeted toward me.
Yeah, that's why I actually gained a little bit of respect for The Rock this election cycle, because he was like, look, I'm staying the fuck out of it and I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm not endorsing anybody. I'm just going to vote and I'm not going to tell y'all who. And people got mad at him.
One of my favorite movies for several reasons is the movie Gettysburg. For those of you that have seen it.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Birth of an Empire.
That's it.
No, Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Metronoid and I watch it every Saturday. So, but there's a funny scene when a spy comes back to the Confederate Army, and you know this had to kill him to actually have to do this line. But he lays out where the entire Union Army is, and then General Longstreet takes it to General Lee and says, here's everything. Well, where do we get all this from, General? Well, we got it from the spy. Spy? Yeah, he's an actor. An actor? We move on the word of an actor? Literally, these people used to be considered about the same level as prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
And you're thinking about Rome again. You're thinking about Rome again.
Always, my friend, always. So to loop back to Gaunt, yeah, we're supposed to believe paid liars. We're literally supposed to believe people that get paid to pretend. A game we all played as kids. So,
I mean, look at that thing that Kamala just did with Oprah. Do you think that Oprah has to worry about fucking money? Fuck no. This is just a glorified fucking rah-rah session, you know?
I mean, Oprah has photos with all the Hollywood bigwigs and entertainment industry bigwigs that have been caught with their pants down.
Literally
and figuratively about smuggling and organizing things that shouldn't be. And she's free. She's not questioned.
Oh yeah, it's Oprah.
You know that famous picture of Oprah and Harvey Weinstein with the little blonde who looks like a rabbit caught in a trap?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if it's true because I don't know about Hollywood. I was told that was Taika Waititi's wife. That was her at like 18 or so. And I'm like, what an interesting.
I didn't know he was married.
It just so happened. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's a piece of work too. Well, I'll tell you.
But it's like,
oh, I found the photo that you're talking about.
Yeah, supposedly that's his wife. Now, it wasn't back then. But it's like, my goodness.
Is it this
as far as I know, she hasn't done any. Yes. Look at that girl.
Yeah, she looks fucking
If that was your daughter. Yeah. And there's Oprah. And there's the same Harvey Weinstein that nobody knew anything was going on with, but knew everything that was going on. The same Harvey Weinstein whose assistant, fucking Disney just gave $1 billion to make an absolute shit TV show. How all this loops back around. How all this loops back around. How the same people, the same Taika Waititi that keeps making shit movies for Marvel and nobody says a word. I wonder why. And these people are telling us how to vote. It's just like, you gotta be shitting me, right? So, I don't know.
And I have a problem not just with stupid people telling us how to vote in a general sense, but I also have a problem with supposed smart people telling us how to vote, because I don't know how you think about it, but I'm not interested in political opinions of a Nobel laureate from the field of chemistry or from the field of physics.
Well, I know a lot of people put stock, and again, this is something that we've talked about before. People talk about the doomsday clock, right? I started ignoring that after during Trump's presidency, they kept moving it every other day. And now we've got like in Israel dropping bombs on Lebanon and everywhere else. And they're just like, it's fine, right? Then we have the stuff going on in Ukraine.
I mean, the Jews
has
the ball to have the ball and had the balls to effectively decapitate Iran's proxy
Oh yeah.
next to their country.
No, I don't blame them one bit. I would have fucking dropped a bomb on them just as much.
But I mean, just
and there
to
goes your
think
channel.
about it. I mean, just to think about it. I would have thought that the United States had the balls also to do the very same thing about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about Heath Ledger's monologue from The Dark Knight Rises. What happened? Did your balls fell off?
Yep. Well, you notice that now it's less about us doing anything and more about us giving money away. That's what it's turned into. We don't get involved. We'll just give you billions of dollars and you can do whatever you want with it.
Yes, but without actually something to back up your words mean shit. I mean, it was, I think, Teddy Roosevelt who said that, be polite but carry a big stick.
I mean, look, I firmly believe that everything that has happened over the last few years is because, people like Putin, people like Hezbollah, people like, I don't know, everybody else that's fighting currently saw, all right.
They mentioned an old man sitting in a chair, not knowing what to do, and thinking it was free reign.
Exactly. Which makes me wonder, and I know this is going to sound fucking misogynistic when I'm not trying to be,
I will say it.
Well, let me get
what
my
will
thought
happen?
out.
What's a woman gonna look like on the world stage?
Not a woman. Not a woman. A Wynaunt. A cackling bitch.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
A cackling
misidentified.
bitch. Thinking of cheap boxed wine.
They're all way.
Well, they're gonna. Well, the thing is, here's my point. They're gonna think the same damn thing they're thinking right now because she's been in office for the last 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think we have our answer already.
No, I agree, but it bears weight that you have to consider what these people are thinking. Especially when you vote, it's like, all right, they're gonna see Kamala stay in office because she's already in office, and they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna keep going. Fuck it. And all these people
Well,
sitting there
why
going,
would they stop?
Exactly, they don't have to.
Again, I will refer back to Medley Butler, two-time winner of the Medal of Honor, who wrote a book called War is a Racket. He knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Yep.
Right now, these people are getting extremely wealthy. And you will hear the lefties and you will hear the NAPOs and you will hear all of them say, oh my God, you retard. We're not giving literal money. But we are. We are supporting their economy. Yep. We are supplying their military. When we clear all of those tanks out from the storage areas, some bureaucrat looks in there and says, yesterday we had 200 tanks in here. We need to replace those. Those tanks are only made in one place in the world, Lima, Ohio. Been there more than once. So that tank plant suddenly gets an almost open-ended contract. They get a lot of money, a buttload of money. Well, they're going to reward the people that got them those contracts. And there's that money coming right back around again.
Just like the people that were saying to ignore all the equipment that the fucking Taliban was parading around not too long ago.
Oh, it won't work anyway. It won't work.
Those helicopters look like they were working.
They look like, that was why I was like, well, they can keep them in the air better than we can.
And,
anybody ever see that Nick Cage movie, Lord of War?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I just rewatched it recently, Yeah.
Yeah, that principle holds absolutely true.
Yep. We know they're not literally sending over pallets of cash, morons, but they're sending them over What was that? There was a movie. It was based on World War II. I think it was The Darkest Hour. And Churchill's trying to convince the U.S. to come into the war, and he says, and FDR says, "Well, we gave you 50 destroyers. Yeah, so we paid you for them with the money you loaned us. We literally send this money over to their economy. They then turn around and repay us for the equipment. Again, the money's now been laundered. You can't track it through the system. And then you have all of these members of Congress that are suddenly so super wealthy. It's amazing how being elected to Congress can turn a bartender into a stock picker better than the top analyst of Berkshire Hathaway. It's fucking amazing. I don't know.
I mean, listen, monkeys throwing darts predict better
That's right.
than the best algorithms. So
Yeah, it's very true. I don't know why we can't. Well, we don't want to see it. I don't understand the people that are constantly cheering on war, especially online. Because I always ask them the same question, which usually gets me blocked. When are you going over? When do you plan on serving? I never get an answer. Well, I don't have to serve to support the war, but what are you supporting?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you even know what's going on with that? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. Yeah, they get off on war. They're war porn addicts. A lot of them have cleaned their feet up because when a lot of that stuff started coming out about basically, rules of war violations, dropping grenades on wounded people, I literally had them try to tell me that's not against the rules, and I'm like, yeah, it's I believe Article 2, Section 7. You don't get to just drop grenades. And literally, I got answers like, well, they're just Russians.
Yep.
What?
Well, there was discussion about that. Sorry, my snail was trying to escape. One of them, anyway.
Boy, speed demon there.
I know.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good point.
But there was literally discussion about how all like these NAFO people and other non-idiots kept calling Ukrainians orcs, right?
Russians.
And they were,
The Russians, yeah.
Ukrainians were calling the Russians orcs and NFA
Yes.
people. But that was in order
Well,
to...
they are.
Yeah, and I agree. But it's that you don't want to look at them as people, right? You want to look at them as...
And we've heard that before.
Yeah.
We've heard that before.
We see it every day online. We're not people. We disagree, and we're not people. Ta-da! I'm a pick-me.
In some aspect, in a war, you need to dehumanize the other party, but you need to also so you can kill them if need be.
Right, but we're talking about retards online.
Yes, and that's a huge difference, because I understand when the Ukrainians say that the Russians are orcs, and when the Russians are referred as orcs, because they behave exactly like Tolkien wrote about the orcs, raping, pillaging, and murdering, without thought and with abandon. But the murder porn and the masturbation about the self-masturbatory use of the drone videos and such that come out of Ukraine, I understand the propaganda purposes of that as the Ukrainians are using it. But when it goes around on naval circles that ends up on 9gag, it just feels like it's fucking live leak from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Where you watch Brazilian gangbangers shooting up each other and jihadists beheading each others or their Western captives just for your own entertainment because you were fucking bored.
I find it interesting that often the same people that will call the orcs and all this stuff, there are certain terms I've been known to use about certain people in the world that they would cancel me
Mhm.
in a heartbeat. Is it dehumanizing them? Of course it is. The difference is I had to go over and actually do something. But, we literally had to come up with new terms to use because you can't call them that. Why not? Well, it's dehumanizing. Okay. And what do you
Well,
think they call us?
I mean, that's language. That's language, and
It is. It is.
and and I found this also with ideas, that it's easier, more convenient to try to hide it and not engage it and disprove it with logic and reason. Because I remember when I was little in the 90s, and the wall came down, and then suddenly it wasn't communism anymore. It was a free market, and the free market of ideas. The thinking was, let the Nazis have their say, and let them prove themselves the disgusting people they are, and let us prove themselves the disgusting people they are by bringing the spotlight on them and what they think and how they think. And it's very disheartening to see, especially in America, that this thinking went into the complete reserve, and now it's something that we disagree with should be shunned and let it fester in the dark corners where we are not looking at it and not acknowledging its existence.
Yeah.
Where
Exactly.
it can grow stronger and without challenge can grow bolder.
Yep.
And can gather a following, like Charlie Kirk, like Nick Fuentes, like Walsh, like Destiny.
Yeah.
All of them are the and see that is gone.
Oh, and he's back.
All of them are the
Sorry.
very same, the very same symptoms of unchecked ideologues spouting their bullshit.
Well, that's how I feel about, especially here. Well, not here, but in the U.S. about all these blatant communist coalitions forming, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's fine. What? Huh? No, we don't want that.
No, communism should be handled the very same way fascism and National Socialism is handled.
I agree.
With disdain, with constant challenges. And to think that the American people, in their fecundity, think that it's okay to shun one but let the other thrive. They're just how to say it. They're just inviting their own executioners into their homes.
Well, the problem is we've never really faced communism.
Mhm.
Not like Eastern Europe. Even when I was in, it was an abstract idea. It was something somebody else had to put up with, and we were there to back them up if they needed to be. We always talk about we're going to fight communism. We never really fought communism. It just died, starved to death. But at the same time, our entire university system became infected because, well, communism is, they taught the idea that communism is fair. Don't you understand? You should be able to, think and try these things. And what harm could it be to give this stuff away? After all, it's all just fair. And most of these people, let's be honest, Metro, you, of course, grew up in this world. I, as a former soldier, spent more time seeing what Eastern Europe looked like
Hmm.
immediately after the wall came down. Not on your level. I would never pretend otherwise.
Hmm.
But I wasn't fucking blind. Streetlights. East Berlin, West Berlin streetlights.
Hmm.
For whatever reason, that was always the thing. Uh, Western Berlin streetlights were that nice kind of color we're all used to here in the States.
Hmm.
The
The ones
Arc-Sodiums, I
on,
think they're called.
yeah, on the other side, they were piss yellow
Yes.
and dim
Hmm.
because they couldn't afford to run them.
Yes, because that was cheap.
And just something that
Hmm.
stupid, or the pictures of North and South Korea. Technically, that's not really quote unquote. I hate to even say it like this. That wasn't real communism,
Yes,
but
that was
it's the same
Judaism.
concept. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was this. If you ever want, if for anybody listening here, if you ever want a juchi, if you ever want your fucking head to hurt, try to make sense of juchi. You can't. They can't make sense of it. It's literally an unsolvable issue, but it's the North Korean holy book system. I don't know how else to call it. There's probably another better word for it, but it's the operating system for their government, which explains a lot of things. Because even they
It's,
don't.
it's a state religion.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, it's just little things like that are like I said, when you can pay for your hotel room with denim clothes
Hmm.
for jeans. How many does they have closets full of the damn things? That you could back then pay a week-long hotel stay with denim
That's
clothes.
amazing.
Yes, or you don't have to stand in line waiting for bread or milk. Or you don't have to
Yeah.
stand in line for the ticket to be able to stand in line to buy with the ticket bread or milk or
I have
meat.
to ask my friend, did you ever see the guy who I think he was a Brit? He was visiting Moscow and he had heard
Mhm.
about the lines, so he did an experiment where he basically stood next to a door and just
Mhm.
stood there, and pretty soon people started queuing up right behind him.
Yes.
I had no idea why they were there, but if he's standing in line, it must
Then
be something
they
good.
are selling something. They are selling
They are
something.
selling something. Yes.
And you don't know what it is, but you want one because you don't know when it will be available next.
Or you might be able to trade it for something. For something
Precisely.
useful.
So what you're
Precisely.
saying is Warhammer releases are communism because that's what happens.
Okay, I didn't know we were going down that road, but in a way, you could say
exactly what
Wheezy
happened.
up at the butt crack of dawn with 17 screens up trying to get a fucking book.
I'm just saying, it makes
Oh,
sense.
we had to go down that road.
It makes sense.
And then in the end,
I-
he drove to, I don't know, San Antonio or Verdi or Dallas, and then bought it in person because GW fucked up that much.
Well, GW operates kind of like the old Soviet government.
It was Dallas. I drove to Dallas.
GW is the old boys.
Oh, I'm
club.
sorry, you drove all the way to Dallas. Jesus, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how far that really is. Jesus
4-hour
fuck,
drive.
dude.
I drove to Dallas.
I was going to say you'd have been closer to drive to, I don't know, Arkansas.
Why didn't you fly?
Bro, because in Texas, flying from Houston to Dallas is a waste of money.
Yeah, it is. I've made that drive. I mean, the nice thing is the triangle route, which I'm sure it's got a local name, but that's just what I call it. It's basically between Houston, if I remember, Houston, San Antonio, and DFW. There's this really nice highway system set up, like a little triangle.
Yeah.
And once you get on the highway, you're set, man. Yeah, every
Wait,
once in a
how
while
mu-
you stop off at your Buc-ee's and
How much did it cost to fly from San Antonio to or Houston to Dallas?
It's probably $200 or $300 now.
Yeah. Our airline travel system's completely out of control.
All I know is
Yeah.
for me and my coworker to fly to Odessa, which is about a 12-hour drive, to go from one end of Texas.
You
to
say
the other.
Odessa, I think of somewhere else.
No, not
Yeah.
Odessa, Ukraine. Odessa,
I think of a
Texas.
different Odessa. So.
That was about $1,200 round trip. For
That's what I was like.
both
How
of
the
us.
fuck do you drive to Odessa?
In 12 hours.
There's no bridge.
Oh God.
Yeah. God, that reminds me. A couple of months ago, old coworker of mine's a maniac because he moved from the Portland area here in Oregon to Texas.
You drive to Poland?
No, he went to Texas and he went. I think he went to the San Antonio area because his sister lived. And um, but he was telling me he made the trip in something like 30 hours.
From Portland to San Antonio?
Yeah, Portland, Oregon to San Antonio.
Jesus.
And how fast?
In like something like 30 hours.
And he didn't stop.
That's kind of his thing. He loves driving and he just did not stop. I think he stopped once in Utah.
Yeah, he drove like my
I-
father did. Gotta make time. Gotta make time. Like he's on a fucking record-breaking, trip.
I mean,
Well, I think he
have no
stopped in.
concept of the distances, so
That's a trip that if you're sane should take. And you're going at a healthy pace, should take not quite 3 days.
Yeah.
But my old coworker, I think he stopped to get a nap in Utah somewhere. But yeah, but he also wanted out of Oregon.
well,
Okay.
I mean, Google said it's 32 hours by car. So, fucking shit.
That sure noise like I can drive the fucking China.
Yeah,
I mean, what the fuck? 2,067
You've never been over here, have you?
miles.
we need to get
Fucking
Metro.
shit.
We need to get Metro over here to the States.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
Fucking
just blow
shit,
his
I mean-
fucking.
I mean,
Remember, the
shit.
United States is twice the size of the EU,
yes, I know, but
but it's hard to
that-
picture that. It's hard to
Yes.
picture that. Yeah.
Yes,
The state.
and when I see it, it's shocking.
Yeah, the state I live in alone has roughly the same land area as the UK.
Are you from
That's what
Michigan?
cracks me up. Yeah, I was going to say UK and Michigan. But
West Side.
one of the. Oh, I thought you was a Youper.
No. I've been to the UP once. It was lovely.
But,
It was nice, but I like Wi-Fi and that kind of thing.
Running water and crazy shit.
They're nice people though.
Oh, they are.
How many
Very nice
kilometers?
All of them.
What's it? Who? What?
Fucking shit!
Did you just say what's a Youper?
No,
It's
kilometers. How many kilometers?
Oh, I don't know what a fucking kilometer is. I don't
Oh,
know about
wait,
that shit. How
you
many
don't know
burgers
what-
is it?
you don't know what
How many
a-
burgers is it? You gotta talk
You don't know
American.
what a Youper
I
is,
have no idea.
A kilometer is about 0.6 of a mile.
Points. Yeah.
Yeah, but
0.6
how much
miles.
is that in eagles? Bald eagles. How many bald eagles is that?
Yes.
Oh, good enough.
That's 12.7 bald eagles.
Oh, thanks. Perfect.
Freedom units.
Wait, so Gaunt's not a Youper?
No. No, I'm not.
Do we know any
This is
Youpers?
fucking shit.
My old chiropractor was a Youper.
No, I mean
They
like
tend to get lost up there and never escape.
I'm talking about
Well,
like
can you blame them? It's gorgeous.
I'm talking about
Oh, it is. It's like
currently-
it's. Yeah.
currently a Youper. Like living in Youper land.
Yeah, it's like
Superman.
it's like me with growing up in Montana, and everyone's, oh man, I'm so jealous. I'm like, yeah, but there ain't fuck all in Montana.
No, there's
No?
not. I've been through there.
Yes, that's the idea.
The
Yeah,
reason,
there's literally roads that have signs that say, attention, from October to June, this road is not patrolled. That means if you run off the road, you will fucking freeze to death. And they will not find you until spring thaw.
I was asking because
That's some Montana level shit.
I want some Uper light.
Oh, you want some Uper light? Okay. I
Yeah.
don't think I have a sample of it hanging around here, actually.
God. I think God really is a closet Uper.
In my heart of hearts.
Don't you know?
Oh wow, they make dice out of it? That's sick.
Yeah, they make all
Uper
kinds of
light
shit
dice.
out of Uper light.
That's sick. Yeah, it's fluorescent, like it's soda light or something, if I recall correctly. But it glows like crazy colors under a black light. So it's like I am kind of a rock hound, but no, I don't actually know that I have any of that, which is unfortunate. I have Petoskey stones.
I can find some on eBay. I was just hoping I had like a Connect or somebody knew one. I could just go get me some.
So you go out and find that shit laying around.
No, I know a guy, so I have a guy to get my rocks from, and he has connections. Clark, his name is Clark. Clark the rock
So
guy.
Can we
he
get?
gets your rocks off? I'm sorry. That was terrible of me. I don't. Nobody laugh at that. Wheezy, you're a fucking horrible person for laughing at that.
No, I'm laughing at the eBay listing here. That's a Uperlite penis dinosaur.
Wait, what?
Not dinosaur penis,
I know all
but
of
penis
those-
dinosaur.
All of those words were English, but I still can't. Nope, no idea.
My wife is now looking over the bar at me like going, why is he talking about penis dinosaurs?
Look, I'm showing you. It's a fucking penis dinosaur. It's made of Uperlite.
Oh, hang on.
Okay,
Let's
you
squeeze
can
all tricked
say
out.
it, but it doesn't mean it makes any more sense than it did the first three times.
Keep saying the words and it's still
It's a
the
thing.
same
It's
weirdness.
What was that movie? Good Burger? Yeah, I know some of these words when he's reading the fucking contract.
Yep.
Oh god, I got a sip of wine. And that's still not helping with what the fuck you just said.
Is it bad that I understood every word of it?
Mm.
Yeah, well, no,
Dude,
that's
someone
you.
has to start translating. Let's go.
I learned how to
No,
translate hillbilly to Scottish Highlands, so you're gonna have to pick this one
Bro,
up.
I'm waiting on Swanee to jump in one day, and I'm just gonna be like,
I think she's
Oh,
afraid.
Jesus.
She's actually listened to us.
She's
I
a
miss the
sweetheart. I love
accent.
talking to her. She's so insightful.
I really miss the accent. I really do.
I
Growing
will
up with
forever
it was
call my favorite
quite
genre of music drums and bass because of her.
10-pack natural Uperlite. Here we go. Fucking $15. Add to cart.
Yeah, it's just soda light, so it's not like a,
Yep.
expensive rock. I just
So Easy is buying a penis dinosaur. Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't planning on it, but now I am. It can go
lean
in,
into it, bro.
it can
you
go
got
into
this.
It can go in the display case with everything else. I'll be the only
Back
one.
to
Your
He's
wife,
already picked
your,
this-
it can
he's
go
already
into
picked
your
the
wife's
spot out.
display case.
It's not big enough.
That's what she said.
For what now?
Sorry. I don't care how old I am. My wife still does not believe my theory that all men are emotionally arrested at 13 years old.
That's
Hold
true.
on.
Pretty much.
I have a question. How do some people already have the year 4 Warhammer Plus mini? Has it already been 4 years?
Yeah.
Donation?
Fuck me. Well, maybe I shouldn't have canceled my subscription.
Hmm.
Because that
Which
one,
minis are those?
We know you want to watch Tides, okay?
because that one actually looks fucking cool.
That's how they get you.
This one,
First
the,
hit's free, except it's not.
the Inquisitor one that is the year 4.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've seen that. They paywalled the cool Inquisitor and then made the general release for the retarded diaper wearing one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe I shouldn't have canceled it and just wait. Well, that's
I mean, listen, if you want cool Inquisitor figures, just look up the 3rd, 4th edition Inquisitor models.
well. I'm just trying to do the math here. So Warhammer Plus is what, about $8 a month?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah, yeah, with that.
right under $100 for a fucking mini.
Yeah, they ain't losing any fucking money, bro.
Yeah, no. So I've got the first 3.
Excuse me.
But it finally reached the point where it sounds like now they're talking about, oh, we're gonna increase the amount of shit that we have on Warhammer Plus. It's like it's taken you motherfuckers 3.5 years.
Well, if
Or
Ties is
longer.
an example. Oh, by the way, I have to ask you guys, since you're pretty knowledgeable group, who the fuck is Lupercal?
I'm sorry.
Not ringing any bells.
Don't you mean
Is that a-
Lubriderm?
Is that isn't that a hand cream used for
Yeah. Oh
masturbation?
God.
It's
I mean,
Lubriderm.
I actually had somebody. This was on Facebook that was trying to argue.
There's your
that,
first problem.
Yeah, that was trying. Well, I was on what's his name, Tony Fortuna, on his. That's like the only page I follow on Facebook.
Oh,
Is Fortuna's.
Danny?
Danny, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Danny's page. And somebody was like, it's a title. I said, dude, your name is literally George Smith. Your last name is Smith. Are you telling me titles cannot be names? Is that what you're telling me? You absolute fucking midwit.
I think we've talked about this before, but it's his name in the way that Vlad the Impaler's name became the Impaler. Like he was Draculesti, but
Yeah.
he earned his like. So you have your patronymic and you have your surname. So you get your name you get from your dad, and then you get the one you fucking earn. So like it's still a name though, right? Like.
But again, like I
and
said,
he's repeatedly referred to
person-
that way.
the person that was arguing with me's last name was Smith. Or Baker.
Oh, which is a thing that you do, right?
Or Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
True.
your name
Cooper.
is
Cooper's another
a
one.
job title. Yeah, your name is a job title. You absolute fucking dumbass.
Horace
It's not the
Wolf
same.
guy. Nailed it.
Horace Wolf Dick.
Which made Lehman Ross really upset. He's spaghetti because he's like, yo, my whole aesthetic is wolf things. And Horace is like, yeah, but mine's like better wolf things. Go fuck yourself. Like, okay. Because they're
Dad like
brothers,
me
so you know how
does.
that goes.
And then they started comparing knots.
Oh, gee, no, don't go down that road. Do not go down that road. God damn it. Because I know what you're talking about,
I'm
you
here
fucking
for.
asshole.
That's what I'm here for.
But yeah. So
You're
I'm
welcome.
like, your name is literally. I said, my mother's maiden name was Faber, which is Smith in Latin. So it's really old name of Smith. Why are you acting like this is not already a thing, especially in Europe? Hell, if I remember right, half the names in China are basically titles or an indicator of some sort of position or job. And yeah, like you said, you look at the names in Rome. I mean, because we're talking about Rome again.
Mhm.
Most of the names we know people
Always
of,
back to
they're
Rome
not
with
the-
you guys.
Always. It's not the proper name that we're hearing. It's a nickname. Balding, fat, ugly. Shit like that. That's the names that you actually hear that went down in history. Of course, they had their family names, but 9 times out of 10, it was their nicknames that stuck around.
Yeah, you're going to remember Caligula before you're going to remember the dude's actual name. But you're not going to call that to
Right.
his face. It means clubfoot.
I thought it was
or
little
little
boots.
feet. Does it mean little foot?
It was
Little boots.
It was
right.
little
It's little
boots.
boots. Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep.
when he was a boy,
So, like-
he would dress in a perfect little Legion uniform.
My mom has a
to
cat.
Caligula. Yeah.
My mom has a cat named Caligula because he's a snowfoot Siamese, so he's got little boots.
The-
So
I was
his
gonna
name
say, I
is
would be
literally
very worried
Caligula
about it.
because Sims have little boots.
Yeah, I would be very worried about a cat named Caligula because there's some issues there.
Well, there's worse
Well, he
names
is a
than name cat.
Siamese.
True. Oh, a snowfoot Siamese. Well, I already know he's an asshole. A loving asshole, but an asshole.
He bites and he's bad and he sucks. We call him the jerk.
I've seen that movie.
Because
When I
he's
met
a
my
jerk.
wife, she had two Siamese. So
Oh, they're lovely. I
Oh.
love mine, but she's not a jerk.
well, let's just put it this way: when I met her one of the Siamese was named Pujo.
Holy smokes, that's not good.
Yeah, but he actually was. He was a very lovable cat. It's just that he liked to go on rampages. So.
Fun fact: my mother had Cujo while I think she was pregnant with me.
Okay, well, there could be a link there. Sure.
Yeah, I think there's an association, right?
Yeah, there's something that could be said for that. Yeah. Definitely proof TV's a bad influence. Oh shit.
Huh.
Ah. Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha.
Oh, see that. Since you liked the last one I posted so much, I put up a couple more comics for you.
I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them. No, you can't make me watch them. Oh, man. I'm in a mission right now, so I have an excuse now.
Weezy, you are buying stone dildos.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're awfully quiet. That's when you are browsing your phone and going on eBay.
Spending money, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
The fact that Metro just called that shit without even thinking is scary.
Well, you don't look at your computer screen. You're looking down. We know what you're doing. You are literally white girl shopping.
I was literally on eBay looking at
Yeah,
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not even white girl shopping. He's stepping in for my absence. I'm slacking,
yeah.
so Weezy's got to pick up the
Yeah,
white
the
girl shopping.
obligatory white girl is not white girl shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Yeah.
My wife is not white
No,
girl
I'm busy
shopping,
drawing.
so-
I was actually looking at a Japanese type 30,
Porn?
I think. Japanese type something. What type was it?
That was like the biggest question mark I've ever seen
Type
attached
90.
to the end of a sentence.
You're
Like,
buying a Japanese tank. You're buying a Japanese tank.
No,
Be honest.
Type 90 helmet.
The fucking Riddler didn't have question marks that big.
Type 90. I couldn't remember what type it was. Look, I gotta make up for my fucking fake sword that I apparently have by buying a...
Okay, how did that turn out? Is that actually fake, or did you luck out and actually get a... Or is people just being a dick and saying it's fake?
No, it's a reproduction. It's an old reproduction, but it's a reproduction.
Okay, well, that's fine.
But, you know, that's one of the things that it's like, all right, I actually want one of those, like a real one. But that's going to cost me probably around $1,000 if I do get one. So I'm more than happy to keep my fucking Chinese fake up there on the wall in the interim.
If I spent anything like that, my wife would literally have my fucking alcohol addicted.
I'm just saying. A lot of the stuff, like the actual Japanese sword that just came in, like that's something I'm never going to get rid of, you know? Like, I'm going to put it in a little display case and it's going to go up on my wall whenever we move.
It's for you, man. Its whole purpose is for you.
Yeah.
And fuck what some dipshits on fucking Discord think.
Well, it's funny, though, because I'm in the camp of the people that are like, who gives a shit if it's fake? If you like the blade, because that's really what it boils down to, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah. It's like,
I'm sitting
dude,
here
if
looking
they're
at a
fake,
bunch of
but you
cheapo
like them.
fake swords I like.
Hey, a fake can be just as sharp as a real one.
Yeah, they're like boobs. Okay, they're fake, but if you like looking at it,
But it is what it is.
wait for my wife to give me a dirty look.
My wife just doesn't want me bringing in more like personal items from dead Japanese soldiers.
So in other words,
Wonder
your
why.
wife's like,
No,
Look,
you are
the
going-
staged house again.
there's a haunting level going on here.
No,
I feel
you are
like
just
Palo
going
Santo's
to.
also good for that, but
Now, easy. You are just going to what brand storage unit and then order there.
He's just gonna sit down in there.
Yeah, once I have to light incense every night to keep them happy. If I don't,
But
then
listen,
they
you
start
can
moving.
look at you collecting Japanese military artifacts and not blowing that money on plastic crack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hookers and blow.
I haven't bought a mini in. It's probably been about a year now. I bought books, but I haven't bought any minis at all.
The
But
only
you
book I bought recently is the new Dawn of Fire came out, and I bought that.
Yeah, that was the last one that I got, and I still haven't gone to go pick it up. It's been sitting at the store for 3 weeks now.
Oh, I owe you an apology, Weezy.
Why?
I reread Wolf Time. It was better than I remember.
Yeah, no, Wolf Time.
I always thought of it kind of a worthless filler book, but it really wasn't. It served a good purpose of. I mean, granted, I get it. It was literally basically explaining another level of the Primaris at a time when they really needed to explain the Primaris.
Yeah, I don't think the Dawn of Fire series is as bad as a lot of people say it is.
It's got high points and low points. But I reread Wolf Time, and I rented it for what it was. Hey, we've got all of these guys we want to give to you. You don't necessarily want them, so why don't you take them back to Fenris and give them a test?
Well, I
That's what it all boiled down.
I think the problem is that too many people are trying to compare it as like a Horus Heresy replacement, which there's literally nothing that GW can spit out at this point that will replace the Horus Heresy. Like
No, they've shot their wad. They've reached their peak.
So I don't look at it as a replacement to anything. I look at it as its own deal. And since I have every single release in the limited edition, it only makes sense for me to fucking fill it out and be done with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely owe you an apology on that one, sir.
But like, even now, I want the Eidolon book that's coming out this coming weekend.
I do too. I've got that on my list. Now, whether I find it for discount first, or I'm forced to actually.
I'm not gonna buy the limited of it. I'm just gonna buy the regular hardback because at this point, fucking it irks me that hardbacks are considered fucking limited at this point. Just a regular fucking hardback. Like, I missed the other one, what was it? The 20th anniversary version of, was it Gaunt? I think that just came out.
Yeah.
And that's all over eBay for like $100, $150.
Did you get the? Was it more involved?
No, I didn't even bother.
I've got that one on my list too.
The only LE that I bought recently was the Dawn of Fire one, and then the Siege of Rax re-release, and that's it. Like, I'm not buying.
No, that one. Yeah, that one I know. Swanee loves it, but the Siege of Rax was just kind of sort of meh for me.
But
it's good, but it wasn't.
I'm not
amazing.
even buying books like I was at this point. I'm just so apathetic to it that I could give a shit less.
I mean, that's why I get them on Kindle.
Release.
They're $10. They're $10, and it's the same damn book.
And I'm just saying, I think a lot of people are like that at this point. I just don't care.
I'm just tired of fighting. Like, I would love to have had the Twice Dead King hardcovers. Those books were great, but It's just so fucking prohibitive. Like, I've got them in
Aren't they coming
audiobook.
out
The
in a
review's great, but they're pretty.
Oh, speaking of, apparently Baneblade came out. You like that?
Hmm.
And it's got Toby Longworth reading it. So.
I do love Toby Longworth. The
Yeah.
only thing I don't want him reading is Kane, because that fucks me up. It just messes me all
Really?
up and I don't like it. Well, no, because he's not Kane. Stephen Perry is Kane. Toby Longworth is Gaunt. It just
okay,
messes me all up. Like
I was mixing them up in my head. I'm retarded.
Oh,
yeah, he does a different thing. His accent is like Poncier, sort of. It kind of leans toward Hark more than it does Gaunt when he does Kane, but it's still just not. Oh, it's not quite right.
I was wrong. It was Ravenor that just
Kane.
came out.
Okay. Kane is. I just snark. Here's snark.
No, he's delightful.
Kind of that,
He's very funny.
Kind of that snarky sort of. I got one put over on everybody, and they're too stupid to know it.
Yeah, but then there's also like moments of, oh, holy shit, someone is seeing me. Run. Jurgen, run. Like, it's like, oh, God. Oh,
Literally,
Kane's uncomfortably relatable.
Literally, I'm packing a melter rifle right now. It's like, Jurgen would be happy.
Yeah, I'm hoping and praying I catch the release of whatever the next Kane book is. My guess is going to be Saint of the Imperium is what they'll call the omnibus, but I think they need to release one more individual book before they do that. Because the second two of the three they have are expensive.
Yeah, they are. I mean, if you're looking to the digital, I know a guy, so I think a couple of guys in this discussion right now, so.
Yeah, I really like these. I married a guy who got me one of them, so
He did the key to your heart right there, didn't he?
Hey, I'm telling you, when we first started dating, you know what he led with? A copy of Hellsing Volume 10 in English. So, yeah, he's a keeper. For those who don't know, Dark Horse stopped publishing them, and Hellsing, you could not find Volume 10 for anything in English forever. And because I was like a Pobray college student or whatever when it came out, I didn't buy it at the time, blah, 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 and it was impossible to find. So I'm just saying.
He shows up and you're like, okay, sure.
He showed up and go and dropped the pen piece.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He didn't even ask what he wanted in exchange.
So
I said you didn't even ask what he wanted in exchange.
No, and then he put a ring on it. A really, really big ring.
There you go.
Classy.
I found a copy. I did just find a copy of that Gaunt release for $40. That's.
Which one was it? No,
That was the 20th anniversary version of the book, which I think I have.
But which was it, like first and only, or?
No, it's just Gaunt.
Yeah.
What did somebody say? Somebody said, why don't they put more than 3 books? I said, like what? Well, couldn't they put, for example, all the Gaunt books in one book? I said, who do you want to kill when you drop it on?
Yeah, no shit. That's 15 books, and pray to God that there aren't any more. We're good. The end was fine. We're good. Please.
At 300 plus pages, so you're looking at what? 4,500 pages?
It's a few. Couple.
Yeah. Weezy be like, yeah, I ordered it. What'd you have to order with it? A forklift?
Yeah. I'm waiting to see what happens with this.
Yeah, I want to see. Show me a link to that, because I heard about it, but I was just like, I'll probably not be able to get a hold of it because, reasons.
Well, on that, I'm going to dip out, guys. It was a good evening. Glad everybody was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go.
Now I got to figure out why. Why Discord is giving a shit show to my computer. So.
All right. Well, best of luck with that little mystery.
Oh yeah. Well, have fun, everyone.
All right.
Okay, see, Dad's leaving. I need to go to the bathroom. I guess
I am leaving as well because
Uh,
it seems to me that
Yep.
my headset died and only working in one position.
Oh,
So I need
Yeah.
a new one.
Well, it is dinner time, so I'm also Audi 5000, y'all.
yeah.
Take
all
care.
right.
Take
It'll
care,
get time for
everybody.
me
It
to
was
go
fun.
on a bunch of little
Bye.
fuzzy potatoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play with the dogs.
All right.